Hey there, ladies,
Hey now.
ladies and gentlemen. For your entertainment perusal, the great and now working as a taxi driver during the show, Johnny Beane.
Thank you. I forgot my
Thank you.
sound machine.
Oh
I
no,
don't have.
I got this one. Trust me.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, the show's budget is really tight right now, so Johnny's gonna have to pick up some extra hours as a cabbie. Try this move, Johnny. Hey, you idiot! Hey, stupid! Watch where you go. Whoa! Try that. And he's already got that. And he's already got that cool, jaunty driving cap that's like Johnny's signature cap.
Oh yeah.
So that's a cool, like a English taxi or New York taxi driver cap.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. So Johnny, how are the fares today?
Oh, they're terrible, man.
Oh no, I see you don't have any. You don't have any passengers right now.
No, I mean technically I should be wearing this too.
Oh yeah, when they come in the car, absolutely wear your mask.
Yeah, yeah. But actually, I mean this really isn't so weird to me because I've done vlogs from the car for years. So if you search on the channel here, you'll find tons of videos of me looking just like this. So it's really not. It's really not weird to me, but
it's not, and it's not weird to our audience. Our audience is very happy to enjoy this. Hello, everyone out there. Just to let you guys know what's really going on. Johnny lives in Northern California, which basically, well, I guess not really Northern California, the northern end of Soquel, I guess. Central to Northern Cali.
Northern part of Central. It's called, yeah.
There's a big fire danger today, and when that happens and the winds kick up, to avoid potential firestorms, they wind up bringing down everyone's power for a part of the day or night. And right now, Johnny's house, which happens to be the show's center, has been out of power all day. So Johnny's powering the show from the car battery.
Yeah, which we've done before. We've done this before, and
we'll do it again.
I can show you real quickly. I can show you what this kind of looks like.
There we go.
Yeah.
Here we have Johnny Beane out in the wild in its natural habitat.
So it's that.
There you go. The show's hit a new low. Well, when I came on, the show hit a real new low, but the show's hit a new low when our power battery is basically Johnny's car. So we pray that that we hang on there today as long as we can. And yeah, Fruitcake Tony, I wore the shirt specifically for you. Hope your operation went well, and hope you're on the mend. For those that don't know in the audience, our friend Fruitcake Tony had a penis reduction. And, those operations are very complex, very risky. But look, I understand when you have a problem like that you're born with elephantitis of your genitals, some may think it's a pleasure, but really, strapping that hog down to your leg, much less the expenses of all the duct tape that it takes to do such a thing, it gets expensive and it gets cumbersome. And sometimes he's embarrassed because he trips over his own, in public, and this'll bring him down to more of a human penile level. I would love to have the excess that you're getting rid of, Tony. I have the opposite problem. All of my expenses go to stuffed socks that I duct tape into my underwear to look a little more normal. But anyway, on the mend, hopefully. And for those watching this Saturday, I will be on Tony's show, Show Me Your Pick, which will be the Poison episode. I will bring some of CC DeVille's Poison guitars onto that show. So check that out this Saturday, Show Me Your Pick on YouTube. There you go.
Awesome. Yeah, and see this? I've got no power in the house. So even if I come in, that's normally what you see, but there's no light. So that's why I'm out in the car.
Johnny, what do you see at the Capitol right now?
Oh, wait. Oh, here it is.
Brendan Buckcheeks in the Brendan Buckcheeks in the chat saying, John, can't wait to have you. Well, it'll cost you the same $100 as I charge every other fan in the audience, you know. And condoms are extra. So,
oh my goodness.
But I can't wait till you have me also. Thank you, man. And welcome everyone in the chat. Let's take a look who's in the chat. Let's see. We have Chris Bevan, David Scher. By the way, today's show and tell guitar is a special request from David Scher. So if you do or don't like it, you can thank him or blame him, but that's his special request. We're doing that for David. So let's see. Chris Bevan, David Scher, Brendan Buttcheeks, Sandra Picorni. Picorni, Picorni, Picorni. Been love you a long time. There's the girl. Let's see. Who else? Scambot Terminator, Charles Green, Browns fan, Dan Halen, Thomas Santiago, Vistalite 1972. Fun Metals and Thrash Riffs, Fruitcake Tony, how are you, man? Morky FX,
Tony, get well soon, man.
Let's see, Hal Face in the house, Yostinator in the house. Just going through the chat. Renus Pinkel, how are you, brother? Music Therapy Laz in the house. Kevin Coachell. Julia Baldessari.
Hey, Julia, welcome.
Danny's Rockin' Metal. Steve Carmichael.
Steve Carmichael.
John ZD 351. Not much into guitars, but I'll hang out until the Talking Accordion live stream starts. Awesome, brother. Cool. I do that one too. And wait till you see my kazoo solo on that episode. You're going to love it. Yeah, it's great. Wow. Charlie S. Charlie S. Let's see who else is in the chat right now. People pouring in, which we're happy to have. Let's see. And on Facebook, everybody, welcome. I can't see you because Johnny has the feed to that, but welcome.
Yeah, I can't see the chat yet because we got to do this stuff first.
Mickey Settlemeyer. Oh, I'll get to it, Johnny. Mickey Settlemeyer, Randy Price, Robert Richardson, Kurt S5150, Barry Barry McCockiner. There you go. Love that. E flat 916. David Scher, John Windsor, Hardwood Steaks. Nice. Robot Master Switch just got a Deane ML79 Blueburst. Very cool.
Edwin, the reason I'm in the car is because I got no power in the house.
I'll rewind the video, Edwin. You'll see. Kenko Doors, Cecil Music, Mickey Newman. I love that. Barry McCockiner. I love that. Let's party, brother. Cheech in the house. John ZD351, E flat 916, Majestic PB&J Cat, CHS Custom Guitars Wannabe, Guitar Wannabe, CHS Custom Guitars Wannabe. Awesome. How are you, brother? Okay, let's see. Johnny Beane brought to you today by executive producers. These are the big bosses, the ones that get to boss us around, pay the bills, and answer all the lawsuits that I normally initiate, unfortunately. Charles Green, Joe Christian, Wayno, Thomas Santiago, Music Therapy Laz, Ben Tom, James Gum, Sean Janson, my Spice Meister, who sent me all those hot sauces. Thank you, brother. Mike Neese, Frank Corcoran, Michael the Captain Smith, David Ennis, Steve Franklin, Dan Halen, John Moronic. John Moronic. Sounds cool. And Steve Carmichael.
Hey, you guys. Yeah, I'm not using a mouse, and so it's impossible.
Richard Gere is. He's using a gerbil. Pascal Barat, how are you, man? Pascal from France. Welcome, brother.
Yeah, it's like 3 a.m. where he is.
Nice. Well, we appreciate you coming in live because there's nothing really to do at 3 a.m. in Paris. I've been there. I love Paris, though. I love France. Become a channel member. Click the join button. You see that up there in the top right corner. Subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And the Johnny Beane TV Facebook page. You leave stars. There's all sorts of ways you could get perks, see extra content, get extra emojis, all sorts of stuff. Be a channel member. Nice. And you can pay the electric bill.
Yeah. You got DT over on Facebook.
Hey, D.
Yeah.
DT's like a director. You know, it's like, Mancuda, set those lights that way, and then we're going to block you this way, give you dialogue, and then turn around in a huff. And cut. Scene. Perfect. Yes, DT. Yes, DT. Nice.
Yeah, so if you guys are watching on Facebook, make sure to say hi again, because I can't scroll back in the chat, because for some reason it's weird.
Well, it's weird that Johnny's working out of a dark car, so...
Yeah, and it's gonna get worse too.
It's gonna get better. This is good TV. This is what people come in for. They don't come in for professionalism. That's Joe Rogan experience. This is the Johnny Beane TV experience.
Yeah.
Let's see. Johnny Beane, John Mancuda, and Neanderthal will be checking in soon.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Josh.
Just coming in a little bit. Yeah, David Scher, cool. What's it? Majestic PB and J Cat. Why is Johnny in a car? Johnny's on a stakeout right now. Johnny's looking for terrorism in domestic threats, and no, he's not. Oh, okay.
You can't say that.
Oh, okay. So Johnny's not looking for that. Johnny's stalking an ex-girlfriend that he can't seem to get over. And don't tell his wife, because it won't be. That is what you're doing now, right, Johnny?
No.
Stalking. No. Oh, all right.
No, there's fire. There's fires out here again, and the state cuts the power off. So I've been in the dark for literally all day. Yeah. I'm living in my car now.
All right, Johnny can't pay the bills. The fact is, Bang Energy Drink cut our budget. We still appreciate your limited sponsorship, though, Bang Energy Drink, even though you've drastically reduced the budget to the point that only half the show at a time can keep their lights on. Midway in the show, during show and tell, I will shut off my lights. Johnny will then turn his on. And then, after you see the guitar, and then you'll see less of my ugly mug and more of Johnny's handsome, manly face.
Yeah. Actually, I might have a little ring light I can actually get.
This is good. Johnny, turn on the visor so everyone could see you.
There we go.
There we go. There's Johnny.
Hey, Paul.
Hi, Johnny.
Hey, man.
This is the most ghetto show we've ever done. Well, second most. The night you did it, when we did Saturday Night Live, and it was dark at night, and you had it hooked up to the battery with the hood open, I think was the most ghetto show we've ever done.
That's what I'm doing again.
Of course, you are.
That's why I'm in the car.
Johnny, a news correspondent in downtown Beirut in the caves.
Yeah, this is wannabe comedians with Johnny in the car, and no one's drinking coffee.
We can't afford the coffee.
Johnny's drinking the coffee. So this is the beauty of California right there. Johnny is in one area of California where he doesn't have electricity. This is America in 2021, and Mancuda is in Hollywood where everything is fine. This is California in a nutshell. The haves and the have-nots.
There's probably gang members having a knife fight outside my window, but other than that, yeah, everything's fine in California.
That's just a local theater troupe doing their version of West Side Story.
Yeah, right. The Sharks and the Jets. Is that what that is? You know what's really funny? I always get this. People always like, oh, Mancuda, you're so lucky you live in Hollywood. Oh, my God. It must be glamorous. And
that's life in Hollywood.
Sorry.
Junkyard. I love that song.
Had a junkyard moment.
No, listen, it gives me a boner, which is, few and far between.
Creepy.
Yeah. Hey, Let's see.
You
Thanks
welcome,
for the
James.
follow on Instagram, Johnny Beane. Yeah. James Bridges. No, everyone always says that to me. Oh, you're so lucky, California. It's always beautiful all the time. The weather and the palm trees and the girls in bikinis walking down the street. And I'm like looking out my window. I'm like, yeah. Well, here's the news flash. The weather sucks because every day it's the same fucking weather. There's no seasons. There's no fall. There's no winter. No fucking white Christmas unless like someone's dealing coke down the street. I mean, there's always graffiti. We have like a million homeless people everywhere, and they're always like sleeping on top of my car hood or something. You got a quarter? No, man, get off. The palm trees are always like rotting, and they have graffiti tags on them, and don't tell me it's so beautiful living in California.
I don't want to hear your shit, because all of the people from California are moving east to Arizona, which is California without the ocean. We've got we get everything that you get in California for about 40% of the expense. And now this is becoming the porn capital of America. They're shooting a lot of porn here now because perks. See? Apparently it's not the same as the Valley in California. Fucking Johnny with his selfie light.
That's not.
Then the one-armed man found himself tapping at your window.
He's not concerned with making sure his house has power. I've got to do the show.
Right now, Johnny's wife is in the dark. Like, did I really marry this shit?
Yeah.
Did I really commit to this?
I'm in what you were getting into.
Yeah.
She's actually working on a fence back there.
In the dark?
On down.
Does she have a miner's helmet on with a little light?
The fuck? Where do you live? Little House in the Prairie? What's up, Ingalls?
I see Johnny and his wife like running down the hill of flowers, and Johnny's in a flower dress, and like Laura Ingalls.
I married a California lineman. She's out there fucking darning her socks and tending to the cattle while Johnny's in the yuppie mobile with the battery going on the internet with his friends.
I've got to mend the fence, and then Johnny, you got to hitch up the team, go into town and get flour, and that'll be 2 days. What am I going to do without you for 2 days?
She's out there like Danny Glover in a Henry rifle and fucking Silverado while Johnny is sitting in his quiet car.
She's got a Red Ryder BB gun and chasing off the bad guys while Johnny's getting flour in town.
Oh yeah, we got guns out here. I mean, we don't. Our neighbors do.
Oh, we got guns out here. I got mugged the other day.
I can't imagine Johnny being armed.
It would be like Barney Fife, hold on.
Andy, we gotta nip this in the bud, Andy. I gotta get out there with my gun.
Nip it in the bud.
Nip it in the bud. The shakiest gun in the driver's seat.
He's putting the one bullet in out of his belt, the one bullet in the revolver. Hold on now.
Andy, I'm just going to sit here in the driveway and do my show.
Meanwhile, I have like 5,000 Otises living under my bridge by my house.
I've got blue and red living a block away from me that I basically decide whether or not I want to call the police and let them know that the gun fires based upon how many shoot on the weekend. I'm like, we're playing that game. It's an amazing game you play here in Arizona. Fireworks or firearms?
Yeah, we get the same thing too here. Yeah,
Well, they're shooting your chickens.
Crazy.
Johnny's wife is tending to the cattle in the dark. It's terrible.
The struggle is real.
Johnny's like, you're bitching about living in California. I'm here on the prairie. What are you talking? My neighbor is minor 1849er. It's Mad Jack from Grizzly Adams. Old number 7, we gotta go to the Beane farm. Get some eggs.
Someone's gonna have to go back and get a shitload of dimes. That's a little Slim Pickens reference for those of you out there. Old school.
Johnny's getting darker and darker. Jeez.
I know. Johnny's just like Johnny in the dark. So how long is that battery going to last, John? Do we know? You need to get a fucking hybrid. Oh no, you can't plug your car in. No electricity.
Yeah, my neighbor has one of those. Yeah.
John,
Are you going to go steal his electricity? Just run an extension cord into his car?
Johnny's got an old jalopy with a crank in the front. He's like, it's like a little rascal. Ooga!
I was watching that the other night.
Watching what?
I've been
Little
watching.
Rascals?
I've been watching a lot of.
Little Rascals?
What's his name?
Wilford Brimley?
No, see, I watch him in it now. I can't even think of it.
Johnny, you've narrowed it down to every possible name that could be mentioned.
You know that
I was
actor.
watching it. I was watching it. What's his name?
Let me look in my history.
That actor. Hey, Dwight Bailey. Grizzly Adams.
Jack
the
Benny.
Pepper.
I've been
Farm
watching
guy.
Benny.
and his and one of the guys on his show is Mel Blanc, who did all
cool.
the sounds for like all the car sounds.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Ooga, ooga. Mel Blanc was a fucking genius. Hello,
he's
Dwight
a
Bailey.
legend.
There was a radio show that I grew up listening to, a guy named Charles Laquadera on WBCN in Boston. And one morning he had Mel Blanc and Don Messick on at the same time. And they were going back and forth. So it was like listening to Bugs Bunny talk to Fred Flintstone. And it was so cool. For those that don't know, Don Messick is the guy that did a lot of the Hanna-Barbera voices.
Nice.
And Mel Blanc is the greatest voice actor in the history of voice acting. And he's and the two of them going back and forth in cartoon voices. You never heard their actual voices because they spent so many times going into character. It was amazing.
Like a Robot Master Switch.
Spear and magic helmet. Almighty hunter, hunting snack.
Oh, you wasco wabbit.
Oh, Boomhilda, you're so lovely. Yes, I know it. I can't help it.
Yeah, Bon, that Bugs Bunny, he's a great guy.
Hey, Fred, what do you say you and I go get ourselves a picnic basket? Oh, wait, wrong character. They were all the same fucking voices.
Hey, Fred.
Hey, Fred.
You know, Betty takes it anally. Does Wilma do that?
Bonnie, you and I know that when Pebbles and Bam Bam grow up, they're gonna be fucking.
He's gonna give it the old bam bam.
Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, we've just ruined I don't know how many childhoods. Send all therapy bills to Johnny Doesn't Have Electricity at P.O. Box. Go fuck yourself, California.
Watch me eat Fred's Pebbles. Bonnie!
Bonnie?
My daughter! You thought I wanted that crappy cereal, Fred?
And then underneath the sink is the pelican. You think your job sucks. Fucking Johnny's just disappeared. He's gone into the abyss.
I feel like we're in Back to the Future where, like, you know, I'm looking at the photo of Johnny and he's fading away and it's like, Paulie, we gotta change time. We gotta go back to the future or Johnny's gonna disappear.
I'm just sitting here thinking, wait, Johnny's stuck in a well and the sun's going down? Go get him, girl. She's like, fuck you, scratch my head.
Jesus Christ.
She's such a good girl. This is a rare Lemmy appearance.
Yeah.
Lemmy's usually not this active, but she's happy. Look how happy the Lemmy is.
Wait. I just heard a voice from beyond. God, is that you?
Thank you, God.
Oh, wait, it's Johnny.
John, stop touching yourself. This is God.
Oh, look, Ben Tom gave us $6.66. Sorry you can't pay your electricity bill. Thank you, Ben Tom. Now, if everyone chips in, we could get these lights back on.
Thank you, Ben.
And look, Fruitcake Tony's got a nurse hostage in his hospital room until she subscribes to the channel. Thank you, Tony. We appreciate that.
By the way, I'd like to announce that the short-lived Sandra Picorni Neanderthal feud has come to an end. We've buried the hatchet, and now I'm going to bury the bone. No.
Smoke this peace pipe. Yeah.
So just once for the chat.
Oh, Picorni. Oh, Picorni. Oh, Picorni. We love you long time.
Yeah.
There you go. Had to get that done.
Yeah, you guys should never be in a fight. Sandra.
There was never a thing. It was the kids. It was just the kids with the thing and the blue and the thing.
Yeah, you know how that is.
With the thing and the kids and the sea and the boat.
Situation they took care of. It's squashed. They had to sit down.
It's over. It's over.
It's done.
Everybody's better.
We're good.
Yeah.
And then we all she popped them in the button. We all had pasta. It was good.
Yeah. One guy takes a fist in the fazool, and the thing is,
brush over.
Yeah, with the hair. Look, Johnny looks like shit.
Oh. Jeez, Johnny, man. It's really come to this. Oh my God.
No, I'm eating. I'm starving, so I'm eating quick in the dark.
Oh, your wife got into the car?
No.
Does she hate this show on Tuesdays? I gotta know. Did she like specifically not watch on Tuesdays because of the vulgarity and the craziness?
No.
Somebody told me recently they can't do Tuesdays.
They what?
Who can't do Tuesdays?
People tell me they can't watch Tuesdays. They love the shows, but Tuesdays they just can't watch.
Of course.
Is there too much cock talk?
Maybe.
Let's just talk about vaginas. Yeah, Tuesday's tough. It's very hard. It's very hard to watch. It's a difficult night. Listen. How do you think we feel about it? I mean, it's tough to be on Tuesdays.
It's not easy.
It's not. It's an uphill battle. That's what I've said for a while.
Glenn. Hey, Glenn.
Glenn, Johnny, light a candle.
I sure wish it was Hanukkah. Johnny was sitting there with a menorah.
Glenn, call in on Friday.
Thank you, Chris. Yeah, so leave a thumbs up now while Johnny still has some semblance of power, because you never know when the show's just gonna blink out of existence like Samantha on Bewitched. So please leave a thumbs up, because if you think it's getting better than this is the peak. This is the highlight of the show. Yeah, see, Halface says the same thing. Tuesdays on Johnny Beane TV, it's very hard to watch.
Yeah, it can be.
It really can. See,
yep.
My mother moans in disappointment every time she turns on the TV on Tuesday. And that's when I get the opportunity for my mother to even come on and watch the show, because usually it's like, well, I was debating watching you, but there was a new episode of The Voice on, and then Dancing with the Stars has a new season. And normally I would watch The Bachelor, but I only watch the finale because I just want to see who wins. I said, Ma, you don't even know the people that are there. Yeah, but I could pretty much tell by looking like if he really likes her or not, Yeah, my mom's great like that. She literally thinks that. She literally will watch the season finale of The Bachelor. She won't watch any other episodes. She'll do that with Survivor. I just want to see who wins. I'm like, but you don't know any of these people. Yeah, but I could tell, like, if they're at the end, they were obviously good players. So I want to pick one to root for.
How do you How do you play The Bachelor? Like what's the fucking point? I've never watched the show to completion, so to speak. I've watched some of those dating shows like 90 Day Fiance, which is fucking awful and awesome at the same time.
Exactly.
Right. But I've never watched, I don't understand the purpose of The Bachelor. Is there do they have to run through an obstacle course, or do you have to be able to serve dinner? What's the fucking point? How do you make it to the end and win The Bachelor? He's a good player. A good player.
Yeah, my mom doesn't get it. It's all romance. She's like, I don't know why she got rid of him. I said, well, they didn't have a connection. Well, they went on a date, so there must be something there. Yeah, but they didn't have a good time on the date. She wanted to get out of there. Man, stupid Bachelor. Yeah, man, Bachelor. No, but it's like, Ma, they're just going on dates, seeing who has chemistry. Whoever she likes the least doesn't get the rose. And then next week, she has new dates to go on with different guys. Eventually, she narrows down who she has the best chemistry with. And finally, it's like down to 3 guys. And she says, all right, which one do I want to potentially marry? And, during a little bit before that, a few of them hook up, and she's like, all right, that one's got a big peen, and that one knows what to do with his pinky and my anus. And, and they do a few things, and it comes down to them. And then they have those final rose ceremonies. They give them a rose or not. And then, you're down to 2 guys. And then it's like, who do you want to be with, Ma? Who do you want to be with? Well, I want to be with your father, but about The Bachelor, I mean, those 2 women, one's blonde, one's brunette. It all depends what he likes. I mean, but it's very exciting seeing who he chooses.
Guys, I'll be right back. I got to handle something. I'll be right back.
Okay. Paulie's thinking of The Bachelorettes. He's going to rub one out. I've done that too. Oh my God, Johnny, you look spooky. Shauna Marie Sings in the house. Hey, Shauna. Welcome. Aloha, Rico B.
Shauna, is your power cut off too?
Fruitcake Tony wants to know, Johnny, you're just really in the doghouse tonight? Is your wife really in the house with the lights on? And she's like, you better not come in here. After what you said last Tuesday, you better not come in here without a humble apology, hat in hand, Johnny.
No, if you guys are just tuning in, no, they cut our power because of fires and winds and stuff.
Yeah, that's their answer to our cease and desist. Is instead of just a cease and desist from most major companies, we get actual lights shut off and things like that. So
yeah,
and John ZD 351. We'll talk about guitars too. Believe me, I got a whole thing of music news to talk about, and I got a great show and tell guitar picked by one of you guys. By David Scher. He picked today's show and tell guitar. How cool is that? So for once, you guys have a real big say in the show. Is David Scher an executive producer, Johnny? No? Well, David, you got to pay your way, man. If you're going to make these type of big decisions, Jesus Christ. If you're going to make big show decisions like what today's show and tell guitar, the Robot Master Switch, it's David Scher. So, who knows what he picked? I mean, this could be anything. This could be a massive celebrity guitar. This could be like, a little toy guitar. It could be anything, today's show and tell guitar. But we'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. Well, anyway, so my mother, continuing on, my mom is having a problem with a mattress now. My father had a hospital bed wheeled into the house for a while, and it had a mattress, and a top on it. The top was like a gel top, so you don't get bed sores. The mattress has been sitting at the curb for weeks, and my mother every day calls me up and says, John, that mattress, it's still out there. I'm like, well, is it causing any harm? Well, they haven't taken it yet. What if they never take it? What if plants grow through it? It becomes part of the yard. Then what are we gonna do? And nobody's strong. I can't bring it back in the house. What if we get fined for that? I mean, I don't even know. It's going to be a terrible thing. Yeah. So eventually they took the mattress. Finally, someone took the mattress. I got the call, whatever, 7 a.m. or something. She called me my time. I'm like, what do you want? So great news. They finally took the mattress, but they left that top, that gel top mattress top. What am I going to do about that? What if they don't take it? Will it destroy the lawn? I mean, it's right there, but I still can't go out and lift that. What do I do? These are the things my mother worries about. And I say, Mom, just, I don't know what to tell you. Why don't you relax? Why don't you have some nice ice cream? And even ice cream, she can make a negative thing. She said, well, ice cream. I mean, I like ice cream. Of course I like ice cream. Do you have any ice cream in your house? I said, well, yeah, I have, well, I hear Netflix and chilled is delicious. I said, well, do you know what it is? She's like, I don't know. What is it? I said, well, it's a peanut butter ice cream with brownies and pretzels. It's delicious. Oh, no, I don't like pretzels and ice cream. And then she proceeds to tell me this list of all the flavors she doesn't like Like, I don't like cookies and cream because it has cookies in there. And I like cookies, but I don't like it in ice cream. And then I don't like flavors with nuts. I love almond ice cream, but I don't like when it has nuts in it. And I like cherries, but only if they're the big Bing cherries. As if they have nuts in there, no, that's not good. And then I like cherry Garcia, but the chocolate chunks are too big. It's like chewing on a chocolate cracker. They're just too big chunks. And I don't like that. But I like mocha chip because the chips is smaller and that has coffee. But there's no cherries in that one. And this went on for like 15 minutes. And she's just going on and on about flavors she doesn't like. I'm like, Mom, you need to call Ben and Jerry and let them know that you don't like all these flavors. You need to let them know. Call them so they can make their butter pecan without pecans for you. Well, I do like the butter ice cream, but those pecans are so big. I said, call them. And this way you give her something to do. Just give her something to do. She's quarantined in the house. You know, she's so bored. She's watched everything on Netflix. She tolerates the show on Tuesdays. You know, she's probably watching right now going, well, I don't like nuts. I don't like nuts. I you know, and the cherries aren't big enough. You know,
By the way, I saw Ben and Jerry one time.
Oh, no kidding. The actual Ben and Jerry?
The guys?
Yeah, they both walked right past me. Yeah.
At least they didn't bash into you like Phil Collin at NAMM.
Yeah.
They didn't go, hey, Johnny.
Who will fuck you up? Phil Collin is like Jack to the bejesus. He will fuck you up.
Yeah, Phil Collin posted a photo on his Instagram. See, now we're talking about metal. Phil Collin posted a photo on his Instagram this week. He's 63 years old, and he posted a shirtless photo that his wife took. The guy is jacked. And he did it because he wants to show that everyone didn't gain the quarantine 15 pounds that the rest of us is supporting right now. And he's like, I'm in the same shape. And he shows that he's jacked and ripped and shredded. And you got to see this photo. Can you bring it up, Johnny?
Oh, and be careful because somebody's texting me.
Oh, well, that's nice. It's probably my mother telling you she doesn't like Phil Collin.
Jesus Christ.
Look at that.
He's like 60 something.
He's 63, Paulie.
Yeah.
And this is the same guy that barreled into Johnny last year at NAMM. Or was it 2 years ago? Or was it last year or 2 years ago?
I think it was 2 years ago.
Maybe it was 2 years ago. But all I know is Phil walked by and he had security with him and everything. And Phil himself just happened to be walking in Johnny's way. And Johnny's just like, hey, Phil Collin. And Phil just barrels into him, just like takes him down, takes him out. Johnny's shoulders like, needing ice. And Phil's just like a rock.
Yeah. And he's completely jacked. And like, look, if you look like that, you wouldn't wear a shirt anywhere either.
Dude, if I had Fruitcake Tony's schlong, I'd walk around without pants.
Now, why are you talking about cock again with the cock?
Well, we were talking about Fruitcake Tony having his penile reduction earlier. He's in the hospital right now watching the show. So this is more about a medical situation, Paul, that I take very seriously.
It is serious.
It's very serious.
We're not joking about this. Or are we?
No, we're not. No, he's really in the hospital. He's really in the hospital watching the show right now.
Oh, well, that's not
Tony, you want to jump in and say hi?
Yeah, and bring some nurses on.
We did this with Nesdal before when Nesdal was in the hospital.
Dave was in the hospital. That's right. Dave's sitting there all doped up, and it's like, hey guys, how are you? This is like when Dave was having some issues. Hey, Amanda Coombs, welcome.
Hey, if you want a link, let me know.
Yeah, Tony, come on the air. Yeah, so that's Phil Collin, but I don't know if did you guys watch WandaVision this week? Did you check out the new Wanda and Vision?
No, but I hear it gets great reviews.
It's really good. Johnny, you didn't watch it, right?
I don't have power.
Johnny is not even able to read a comic book in the dark right now with a flashlight. Anyway, if you guys are Marvel Comics fans, which I am a big Marvel Comics fan, WandaVision, it's Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, and Vision, the android from the Avengers franchise, Avengers movie and comic franchise. And I don't want to give it away, but it's on Disney Plus. There's 2 episodes so far. and it's really interesting. And it's got Catherine Hahn's in there, and she's terrific. I've hung with her, and let me just drop this name here. But no, it's really interesting. It's really you're trying to figure out what's going on, but it's really entertaining to watch. And my mother asked me about it, and she's like, "Oh, so what is it? It's supposed to be a comedy, a sitcom?" I say, "No, it's a superhero thing, but they're in like a 50s sitcom situation." And she's like, "Oh, superheroes, that's not for me. I'd rather watch something, a true story. There's a movie coming on about Aretha Franklin." I said, "What? Who? Aretha Franklin." I said, Urethra? Yeah,
Urethra
Franklin. I said, Aretha, not urethra. Aretha Franklin. Yeah, not urethra.
Mhm.
Well, I still won't watch your superhero show. It's silly. So there you go.
No, I didn't see it. I'm sure it's cool.
It's very cool. Something's obviously happening beside, behind the scenes, and I guess it'll be revealed later in the season what is actually going on. But it's cool. I highly recommend it. If you guys are superhero fans and you're fans of the Marvel Universe stuff, check it out. I mean, it's very cool.
It's been getting great reviews, and it's interesting because I forget who it was. It was like Entertainment Weekly or something like that. Was like the Marvel Universe is, believe it or not, becoming Disney's big deal. Like Disney, you would think with the Disney Channel, their old cartoons, like, the old movies like Fantasia and shit like that, that would be their bread and butter. But they're saying that the new stuff that's coming through the Marvel Universe and that writing and all the shit that's coming, that and the Mandalorian and all these franchises that they acquired are now becoming bigger than Disney. Think about that for a second. Anything being bigger than Disney.
Well, they now own Marvel. They now own Star Wars. I mean, they've really made some smart acquisitions, I mean, I think they bought Star Wars for like $4 billion or something.
Yeah.
And it was kind of crazy that, people were like, $4 billion, they'll never make that money. And then, one of the new Star Wars franchise movies came out and already cut like $1.5 billion worldwide profit. And it was like, okay, they're on their way. Then the Mandalorian came out and it was like, forget about it. I mean, they're so far ahead right now on those investments.
Yeah, I got to see that. Although I don't have Disney or Power, so I won't. But
yeah, I know it's really difficult to watch Disney when you have no electricity.
But I know two people that have acted in the show.
What are you, big timing us?
Yeah, my old fitness trainer was an
Goofy, Sport Goofy. My old fitness trainer.
another friend of mine.
Who was your old fitness trainer?
Huh?
Who was your old fitness trainer?
Oh, what's his name?
Goofy.
Yes.
Third base.
I can't think of it. This was like 7 years ago.
Johnny, this fucking story had no payoff. This was the dry hump of fucking name drops.
Wouldn't that be funny, Paulie, if like right now tapping on the window we're like the Disney characters with the big heads, the 7 dwarves are coming up to the window. And hey guys, I have no power. What
was his name? No, this was years ago. This was years and years ago. But this other friend of mine actually, who was an extra on there. He's actually a huge Van Halen fan as well. And right. I usually see him at the NAMM show every year, which of course is
not
this year, but
yeah, this year. Thank you, Boner Jams. Johnny Beane, here's a few bucks to grab a coffee for you and the missus while in the blackout of 2021. Neanderthal, you're getting more handsome week by week. John Mancuda, Key Lime Bang is amazing. Thank you, man. That's one of their new flavors. I'm drinking Lemon Drop tonight. Flavor I usually get, but I love them all. But this is this week's flavor. But yeah, the Key Lime is really good. If you guys haven't tried Key Lime Bang energy drink, give it a shot. It's a really good one. David Scher gives a hint about today's show and tell guitar. The show and tell guitar is my dream guitar. I almost had one just like it. Yeah, I'll tell the story when I show it, which we're gonna do a 2-hour show tonight. So tonight we'll do show and tell in about 15 minutes. and then or maybe we'll do it a little later. But when we do the show and tell, I'll tell you David Scher's story.
Yeah, because my laptop isn't hooked up to the battery, and it's dying, it's draining.
Yeah, we only have so much show energy today. Hey, Jay Hannon of the great band Gizmachi, who has a new single out you should check out.
Yeah, and Jay, my power's been out all day.
So Johnny's in the car again.
Yeah, and I'm using a ring light.
It's like one of those. Is that one of those ones you get from the English guy on late night television? And you can take this and put it in your closet and put it up there. Look at that ring light right there in your closet. That thing looks like that looks like a fucking the kind of donut ring you put on your asshole when you have a hemorrhoid. You like have to sit on it. Ladies and gentlemen, appearing live in Johnny's bathroom, it's Brown Eye.
It's the kind you put on your phone.
Oh, is that what that is?
You do a phone thing, yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's the ultimate in vanity.
I love that. Call now. We'll give one for your wife struggling to mend the fence over there in the dock.
What I love is the fucking they're gonna give it to you for free. Just pay a separate fee. Wait a fucking minute. You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means. Well, if you order now, we'll send you another additional fuck you light for absolutely free. Just pay an additional fee. Wait a minute.
I'll be right back. Right back.
Oh man. Even Ned right now has more power than Johnny. Thank you, Browns fan. That's great. Yeah, we are on such a tight show tonight. So
it's gonna be a short show?
It's gonna be a 2-hour show tonight, just because with Johnny.
2 hours, my ass. I'm out when I'm out.
Johnny only. Well, try to hang with us, Paulie. It's only 2 hours tonight.
You have no idea what this show does to my personal life.
I'm almost afraid to ask.
You say to yourself, "What personal life?" Well, I have the dogs to dance with all night long,
and they charge.
Well, pimping ain't easy.
Dog comes over with a dance card, and you know.
Oh, this is the worst. Jay Hannon says Jeannie lost her new Apple Earbuds Pro, which to me sounds like $399.99, and they're tearing the house apart. How much are Apple Earbuds Pro? I bet they're expensive, and that's why they're tearing the house apart.
Right now, the kids are like, "Mommy, Daddy, don't fight, please."
Maybe Jeannie a little less time with the saucy sauce and a little bit more time with the drawersy drawers. That sucks.
Oh man,
I know. Like when you lose something that you know is going to be like, as soon as he said Apple, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Jay says 259 at least.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's expensive for some fucking earbuds. Hey Jay, look at this. These right here. They came with my iPhone. I don't use them.
And I pull these out of the garbage. Free. Robot Master Switch said, "I just posted a Battle of the Planets GeForce group shot in the show's folder.
GeForce.
I hope Cobra Kai Platoon can do his magic." Ooh, Paulie, you want to be on GeForce?
I'd love to be on GeForce. Which one do I do? I have to be the fat one though.
You'd be tiny. You look just like the character.
Yeah, I'd have to be the fat one. Dude, but I get to drive the ship.
You get the whole fucking ship.
Yeah, I get to drive the ship. The fat, you know why? Because the fat guy never has to leave the ship. He's like, "Oh, geez, I can't get out of the fucking."
He's
chair.
the smartest one.
Yes.
He's the smartest one. You got little Kiop, and you don't want to be him, you know, because I mean, he's like, I mean, he's got the speech impediment.
Yeah, if you ever noticed, you've never seen Tiny and Pops from Speed Racer in the same room.
Yeah,
same guy.
Same guy. Yeah, I want to be. I guess I would probably be Mark because I'm the tall, dark hair guy, and I guess Johnny would be Jason.
I guess.
No, I'm sorry. Johnny would probably. Well, I guess Mark and Jason are both tall, dark hair guys. I don't know. What Cobra Kai, whatever you do, we're gonna love it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're telling an artist what to do with his fucking creation.
Just put Wilford Brimley in there and make sure princesses.
Make sure there's a Wilford Brimley, a Gene Simmons, a Barbara Papa. Mama Mancuda.
Mama Mancuta's got to be Princess.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Johnny, are you still with us?
Johnny's trying to find his way back to the car without a light.
It's so fucking funny.
Trees and
this is ridiculous. But you know what? I mean, think about this for a second. This is how dedicated and devoted. You know, you and I could easily host this show. We could go to StreamYard and set up the host. But no, we sit here like assholes and let Johnny fuck up his battery and marriage and whatever else is going on in his world to do this. We're just sitting here like, oh God, I have so much light here. I should just shut some of it off.
My power bill is killing me. Look at this. Look at this.
Jeannie is not looking forward to Cobra Kai drawing her.
Well, there's an invitation.
Well,
no.
Are you kidding me? Cobra Kai will make her look better than any of us. He's got class.
Absolutely.
He's got class. He's not gonna disrespect Jeannie by putting her in our fucking shoes.
Yeah, Jeannie's safe.
She'll be fine.
Don't worry about that. Right. Now, speaking of not fine, Johnny, the reason Johnny stepped away from his car is his wife across the dark with a little miner's helmet was like,
I could just totally see it too with the miner's helmet and the little lamp on it.
We're out of power. The fridge is melting everything. The chickens are running all over. I can't find them in the fucking dark. Who knows where Ned is? And you're on the car in this stupid fucking show with these two morons.
She shows up. She's got the miner's helmet with the little light on and the canary cage.
The canary just died, Johnny, and you're safe in that goddamn car.
We need to get the fuck out of here now and lose those losers.
Jeez, the audience says the same thing to Johnny in the fan mail. Dear Johnny Beane, please lose Mancuda. You could keep Neanderthal, but please lose Mancuda.
I agree. This show would be much better if be a lot less dick jokes.
Yeah, and who's writing those fan mails is my mother. I don't like that John Mancuda guy. Signed anonymous.
I love when John just comes in and did you recharge your light? There you go.
I thought I saw it with a lantern like Igor looking for Frankenstein body parts in the graveyard. Master, I found an arm.
He's in the fucking swamp looking for the Rougarou.
Robert is sending me messages. No, I'm going to save that unboxing for Friday.
Yeah, because we want to see it.
We can't see it.
We want to physically see it. Could you imagine, Paulie, if we had a guest tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, Adrian Vandenberg. Hey, guys, rock on. Wasn't there supposed to be three of you? What's that black box over there? Yeah, that's
so
great.
Stupid.
Yeah. And thank you, David Shea Garbury.
I got to change cars. I got to change the battery to the other car because it's getting low.
You have to change batteries?
Yeah, I got to change the thing that I'm using. It's called a I forget.
I think the fans that tune into the show, Edwin, don't expect a high level of professionalism or quality. It's Tuesday. This is the toilet of the week. So,
see, this is what I'm doing.
Oh,
I've got this little power inverter hooked up to the car battery, and it's getting low, so I got to switch it over to the other car.
Where's the Mr. Fusion on the car?
Wow.
We've got to get 3 million gigawatts of power, Johnny.
We got 110 people watching this.
Yeah, so we should.
This is a great representation of what you offer every week.
Yeah, so thank you everybody for sticking with us. Please leave a thumbs up because this is as good as it gets today. So
come back Friday for a real show.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Friday and Saturday. Let's see. Speaking of shows, let's talk about the talk and chatter about the Eddie Van Halen tribute show confirmed recently on your own show, Paulie, as well as with Michael Anthony, as well as Sammy Hagar.
I don't know that it was confirmed. I think that everybody expects that eventually it will happen. It's not. I mean, there's no show set up. None of this is confirmed. Right. In fact, Michael made it clear on several shows, ours included, that it's up to Wolfgang and the family, and that he's going to sit back and let that happen. Even Sammy. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sammy gets a little exuberant sometimes. but I think everybody admits that, yeah, there'll probably be some sort of a show. But I don't.
Point.
Yeah, at some point. But I think we all could have guessed that.
Well, there was a lot of up in the air. Will they do it? Won't they do it? Is it too far down the road? But, again, at some point down the road, they just want to, let people know it will at some point happen.
I would think so, yeah.
It's Cobra Kai Platoon. Cobra Kai, in case you didn't miss it, we were talking about a photo of Battle of the Planets that is now in the Discord. Oh wait, let me be Johnny for a second. It's now in the Discord. Let's see.
I don't know which is it. This one? No, shit, wrong one.
This one. There you go.
So
we're hoping you will.
Wait, Johnny. Wait. You don't have electricity, but you brought your fucking sound machine into the car. Jesus, man.
Yeah, even that thing is running on car battery. So Cobra Kai, we're hoping you could mold us into Battle of the Planets, please. Thank you.
It's freezing.
Oh no, Johnny's huddled together for warmth with a homeless person. Like all the rodents in the forest are crawling into Johnny's car for warmth, and he's got a blanket, and the wife's trying to find the car, and geez.
Yeah. Oh, I need my keys. I don't have my car keys. I can't start the other car without the keys.
This whole thing is going to end poorly with somebody with Johnny having to call AAA.
Wouldn't that be funny if they tow away Johnny's other car? Wait, not yet. The show's not over. Hold on. That's great. That's just great. Yeah. So welcome. Anyway, so yeah, but the good news is at least they're saying that at some point they'll do something, because there wasn't anything, confirmed that they would do something or not. We were all hoping and just waiting for someone to basically say down the line yes or down the line no,
Sorry, I'm responding to some personal business while I'm doing the show. I apologize.
No worries.
This is sort of important.
All right, go ahead. I'll carry this into another.
Sorry.
Story.
Anyway, I got it handled.
No worries.
Got it handled.
I know I've said this before on the show because I'm a huge fan of the band Heat from Sweden. H period E period A period T. Am I the only one that is listening to them when new stuff comes out? I'm just curious. I want to ask the chat, because I've recommended them to you before. I'm not sure if anyone followed up on checking them out, but have you? Talking to the chat. Yeah, Rena says Living on the Run. That's my favorite song.
I don't know the band.
Have you checked them out, though, at all?
No, I don't know anything about them.
Okay, you need to check out two songs that I've been listening to. Living on the Run, I listened to this week because I want to learn how to play the main riff. And then Rise, which is off of their newest album called Heat 2, which is actually their that's their sixth studio album now. I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Well, it was Heat, and then they did other ones by titles, and and then they're like, okay, we're going to a new frontman now, so Heat 2. It's actually the third frontman in the line. I lose track of their frontman because I think at one point one came back or something, but either way, I'm just curious. Okay, so Fruitcake Tony, you listen to them. I'm sorry, Renus, you listen to them. Who else in the chat has heard music from the band Heat? Either the new song Rise or Living on the Run. Who in the chat has listened to the band Heat? Mark Dillon, you follow Heat. I follow them all the time. I think they are what would in the 80s be a very, very hot property band. And they're doing so well in Europe right now, which, I'm glad for them. They played a big Swedish festival of like a gajillion people. I saw the live video of that last night, and that was with their last frontman. So that was like a year ago or so. But I've the new song Rise that that was the first single actually from their new album. It's been an earworm for me this week, so I've been really wondering, am I the only one? Then Shauna, you checked them out too. You like them? Very cool. Anyone else?
I, on another topic, found the debut album On the Street from the band Le Mans this week, which was kind of neat. Found that in a local city store.
That's a hard album to find.
Yeah, on Shrapnel Records. That's Derek Frigo pre Enough's Enough.
That was when he played what, like a Green Charvel, if I remember?
Yeah, he was in that band. It was very similar. It was a Mike Varney Shrapnel project that was very similar to Steeler, back when Varney was trying to get away from just doing shredder records and doing some metal band records as well. The band is called Le Mans, LE-MANS. They put out 2 albums, but the first one is the only one that you really want.
That was when he was looking like that.
Yeah. They weren't quite as glammy.
Yeah, so that was his early days. Good stuff, though. And again, Derek is one of those so underrated guitarists that you kind of wish, obviously you wish he'd lived, but, for every reason, of course, but you just kind of wish to see like what he would have done in the future as he kind of evolved as a player, because he was so good.
Yeah. Yeah, and the record is pretty good despite its production values. And it's that typical early 80s sort of not quite glam metal, not quite hair metal, not quite heavy metal. It's sort of a hard rock / metal. Again, like the Steeler record, not full on metal, but not quite hard rock. It sits right there in the middle.
Let's see. David Shea Gomery says, who would I compare Heat to in existing bands? In 80s bands. Maybe like House of Lords.
Okay, yeah, that sounds right.
I'd say probably House of Lords, because they have keyboards and they have a good guitarist and a good vocalist. Just listen to 2 songs. Here's your homework, everybody. If you're watching the show now, 108 watching, if you haven't listened to Heat, go on YouTube, not now, but after the show, check them out. Listen to these 2 songs, Living on the Run and Rise. 2 different vocalists. One was from the last 2 records. One was from the new record. Both really great. Tell me feedback in the comments section. I'm curious what you guys think of that recommendation. Brian Spalding just watched them recently. Reminds me of the band Fair Warning. That makes sense too. House of Lords comparison, yes. Yeah, so a couple of people have checked them out. Cool. Yeah, just check them out. Let me know in the comments section what you think of those 2 songs. James Stewart says Rise sounds a little like old Icon. I could see that too. What do you think, Paul?
I actually like it's weird because Icon went through a weird progression. The first record is way more hard metal. As they went further into their career, Icon got a little more commercial. The first record is more of a really classic hard rock metal album. Right Between the Eyes is a little different, and I forget what the third one was called. I have it, and I don't remember the name of it.
I have it too. I don't remember it. I know I like them because I bought their CDs. So.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who else did I want to bring up this episode? Well, we'll talk about those guitars soon. Here you go, Paulie.
Yes,
you're incredibly smart and knowledgeable in the music world.
Why are you buttering me up?
Well, because in prison when we had that moment, it was a little dry.
Yeah, Night of the Crime is my favorite. Is actually my favorite Icon record. Sorry about that. Cecil brought that up.
Well, there you go. Let's see. Mark Dillon brings up Wet Lips, Eclipse, Reckless Love, Crazy Licks. Those are all bands that I have recommended over shows as recent metal that sounds really 80s, and they're all good. Like all
Crazy Licks is a band that Jay Hannon has recommended on several times.
That's how
I've pulled up a couple of their things on YouTube. Very cool.
And we made fun of Lips logo before on the show a while back because it doesn't look like it says Lips. Eclipse is great. Reckless Love. They're all good. Wet. But I'm focused on Heat today because I have an earworm in that song Rise. It's just so good. But anyway, I wanted to know, without revealing who he is, do you recognize the name Ron McGovney?
Yeah.
Okay. Who in the chat recognizes the name Ron McGovney out of the music world? I just want to see how many know who he is.
Please don't say who he is.
Don't say who he is. Just say, yes, I know who he is. Okay, well.
All right, so much for that.
So much for that. Okay, let's see. A lot of people. Okay, a lot of people do. Yeah. Okay, a lot of people do. Basically, for those that don't know, he was Metallica's first bassist. Basically, what I consider the Pete Best of Metallica, the Pete Best of our generation, basically. So here's a guy that was the bassist of Metallica. He's there with Lars, he's there with James, and at the time, what's his name? Megadeth, Dave Mustaine.
Dave Mustaine, yeah.
Right. So that was the early Metallica lineup. He recently posted a photo online of the first business card of Metallica. It was a Metallica logo on a business card, and it said under it Power Metal and a phone number, which was his phone number. And he says, I remember back in the day, I printed up these business cards to hand out with our demo cassettes. And I showed it to Lars, and Lars ripped me a new asshole. What are you thinking? You make us look foolish. What is power metal? That's not stupid. You make us look like pussies. And he just ripped him to shreds for printing up a business card that had the logo and under it the words Power Metal. And it's really funny because the guy's like, I'm just trying to help the band and promote the band, and I'm doing something you're not. And, and Lars, of course, being the dick Lars still is today, as good as Metallica is. And he's basically ripped him apart for these business cards. He's like, that was the beginning of the end. And there it is right there. Look at that. That looks cool. Back in 1980, 81, you're telling me that let's see, what they got signed what, in 83? 82, 83?
John Biel.
They got signed in 82 to Megaforce.
Who's going to call that number right now?
Yeah, no, call that number. I wonder who has that number now.
I think that's my number.
What is it? 213
864-6349. I wonder who has that now. And I wonder how many calls they get to that number.
Somebody in the chat, write that number in the chat right now.
How many of those cards do you think they gave out?
First of all, I think that logo on a car looks so good when they had no money and they're living like in their, parents' basements and shit. I think that was a great thing. Very memorable. But Lars ripped him an asshole for that. And he's like, that was the beginning of the end. But then, like, what really drove me out of the band was I wasn't getting along with Dave Mustaine. So at that point, he got out of the band. Cliff came in, of course, and the rest is history. And, I always laugh. I'm like, man, you couldn't tolerate it a little bit more. And he's like, well, I kind of wanted to become a motorcycle mechanic. Like, that was more my dream. I'm like, okay, yeah, better than being in the world's, biggest metal band. So, in 1984, he goes to one of the shows, and they give him a pass into the show, but not a backstage pass. And he's like, I used to be he's going to security. He's like, I used to be the bassist of this band. Can I just say hi to the guys? Nope. And he's like, wow, they're really getting big, huh? So he's having like all these regrets. And he says Cliff Burton was so nice to him because he reached out and he was always so nice to him. And he said, during that show, I'm trying to get backstage just to say hi. And Cliff takes his laminate and puts it on my head. And he's like, yeah, he's with us. So he brings him in the back. And what do you think? Lars and the manager are like, why the fuck did you put that laminate on him, man? What the hell? What's he doing back here? It's like, Jesus Christ, you have to constantly be a dick?
I gotta let me out. I'll be right back.
Go ahead. This poor guy, man. It's like you're already reeling from the idea that Metallica was just like,
who was it?
Major. The guy he was the original bassist of Metallica, Ron McGovney. And
who?
Ron McGovney.
Who's that?
Yeah. You should watch the show more often, Johnny. This is an educational episode. You got to learn a lot.
I had to switch my power to the car battery,
which is funny in itself. How long is tonight's show, John? Well, as long as we have power, it's about 2 hours. So yeah, Ron McGovney, and again, you know, he's a down to earth guy, but didn't that suck? That like you're that guy, just like Pete Best missed it before the Beatles got signed. You know, now you're Ron McGovney. You're that guy that missed it before Metallica got signed. And you were the original guy. You played 28 shows. You helped with all the arrangements of the songs on the first album, Kill 'Em All. And now you're the guy that's like begging to get backstage. And when you do, like, you know, Lars and the manager are like lambasting you for being back there. It's like, what the hell? You know?
I mean, hey, and Adam, if you tone, thank you for liking my tweet, man.
Adam, stick around. We're going to be talking about you tonight.
But
about your guitars, actually.
Yeah. Yes. But no, with that guy, you know, Ron or whatever, I mean, even being the Pete Best of I was gonna say
Metallica.
I was gonna say Metallica.
McDonald's of McDonald's.
Metallica. You know, he's a legend to, you know, they're hardcore fans. They all know who he is. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure he gets, you know, the treatment from, you know, from the real fans of that band.
The fans probably are nice to him because they feel bad, but it's terrible that, like, you know, you got to beg to get backstage at, you know, at a show, and it's like, yeah, this could have been me. Yeah.
It depends.
I don't know. All I know is I feel bad for that guy. It's like from day one, Lars treats you like shit. From day one, you know, you have a fight with Dave Mustaine, and I get it. Look, Dave Mustaine was, you know, not the easiest guy to work with. I get that, but you know, look, you tough it through. I mean, look, obviously, you know, Dave had a parting of ways, which, you know, was great because I love Megadeth, and you know, of course, you know, Kirk Hammett was thrilled with the with that opportunity, you know, but the idea is just, you know, it's so sad just hearing a story like that where, you know, you almost had that brass ring and then, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, there's always a reason, you know. It's never, you know, a band or whatever, you know, there's success for, there's a reason why it didn't work out with that dude.
But don't you think those business cards was a good idea? I thought it was a great idea. I thought they looked cool as hell.
Well, they look cool now because you know who they are. If they never made it, you'd see that card and you'd be like, oh, that's it. It wouldn't mean the same thing.
It would be like all of the flyers that you saw in Decline of the Western Civilization Part 2 for bands that never did anything.
What was the problem with the words power metal? I didn't see a problem with that.
Power metal, I don't see that either. I mean, that
was the point of contention. It wasn't the logo. They had the logo already, and it wasn't the phone number. You know, they wanted their phone number on with the business card. But the words power metal, he's like, what is power metal? It makes us sound like pussies. What is that? No one's ever heard of power metal.
Oh, that was kicked out. It was the bass player that printed up those cards.
It was the bass player that prints up those cards. That's why he got in a fight with Lars. Why he eventually parted with the band was because he wasn't getting along with Dave Mustaine. But that was like the beginning of the end was those cards.
And now they're priceless.
Now
they're
good luck, you know. Now he's like, I wish I would have saved some more. And it's great to have fans say, "Hey, man, that's cool. That's cool. You were in Metallica early on. Yeah. It's great." But you're like, "So, do you get any of the money?" "Yeah, no. You want to give me some money? Want to give me? Do you need your bike fixed? Do you have a bike?"
But to their credit, they did have McGovney there when they went into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which I thought was kind of neat.
That was very cool. Very cool. I mean, they should. I mean, for as big control freaks as James and Lars are over everyone, including Kirk. I mean, he didn't go into the Hall of Fame with it, but he was. But when they did their shows, they did like these big reunion shows at the Fillmore in San Francisco. They did like 4 or 5 nights at the Fillmore, and every night they did a jam session with different guys that were in the band. I don't know that Lloyd Grant had ever made it there. Lloyd Grant was the original guitar player before Mustaine, and I don't know that he got up on stage and jammed with him, but I know McGovney did, which I thought was kind of neat. Well, McGovney was when they already had the songs written, and he helped. Well, and he helped arrange them. Some
of the early stuff on Kill 'Em All, certainly, right.
Yeah, and the variations of the covers they did, and things like that. But it was like, I mean, he played 28 shows with them. So
it's funny because Lars will tell you
who.
Yeah, Lars.
Oh, I mean, Lars is saying James McGovney. Who?
No, Lars is more disrespectful to Mustaine. He'll be like, I actually have an interview with him. I think it's up on my webpage where I said something about Dave Mustaine, and he went, "I'm sorry, who?" And I went, "Dave Mustaine." He goes, "Oh, Dave. Yeah, he was in our band for 10 months. Like the way he said it was just so
not the guy who did Megadeth.
Right. He was in our band. He goes, he was in our band for 10 months. 10 months. That's it, man. 10 months. And it's so much. He goes, I always know when there's a new Megadeth record coming up because I know Dave's has to say stuff about Metallica. I was like, oh, there's some bitterness there. Some anger resentment that's being held.
Lars is just bitter at everybody. I mean, he's like this grumpy little gnome that is lucky to be part of, one of the best metal bands in the world. I mean, I've told you my experiences with him, and other people have echoed that. Mutual friends with Kirk Hammett, and always the same thing. I mean, he's the bitch of that band.
Well, but it's not a bad band to be a bitch of, though. You get to take the ride. I'm guessing that Kirk is not going to be worried about rent payments anytime soon.
No, but definitely he deserves respect from the other band,
especially
Lars.
But that's the way that band has always been.
You're the drummer. He's the guitarist. Who is being more a part of those songs? Really? I mean, come on, let's be realistic.
Well, I would say,
got to be good. If the drums suck, it all sucks.
I'm one of those guys that believes that
about anything, but like I'd rather have a good guitarist over a good drummer. If you had to choose,
no. If the drums suck, it's all off.
If you had to choose one person to say it, you guys would rather have a better drummer than a better guitarist?
Yep. In the chat.
The Who, Led Zeppelin, Van Halen. You got to have a good drummer.
You have Eddie.
You got to have a good drummer. Yeah, but Eddie locks in with Alex.
If you had a choice, though, I'm saying it. Let's take Van Halen as an example. One member has to leave, Eddie or Alex. Who are you going to choose?
Dave.
That's the right answer. No, but Eddie.
No, you got to have a drummer. You got to have a drummer. The drummer is the backbeat.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm saying it's easier to find. I think it's easier to find a better drummer than a better guitarist as far as writing the songs.
No. Well, right. You're talking about two different things now. In order, as a songwriter, I mean, look, Charlie Benante writes the songs for Anthrax. Would you trade Charlie Benante for Scott Ian?
Well, again, it depends who's writing in what band, of course. Touche. But I'm just saying, I would rather have, if I'm a frontman and I'm forming a band, I would rather have a guitar hero than a good drummer.
I would disagree wholeheartedly on that. Having been a frontman, you lock in with the drums. You lock into the groove of the song. Everybody has to follow the drums. Everyone has to follow the drums. If the drums are in sync and nobody else is, the song sounds like shit.
I'm not saying don't get a good drummer, but
I mean, go and listen to Eddie Van Halen on David Letterman playing Panama and playing along with listen to Eddie Van Halen play with anybody else but Alex, and you'll hear it.
I'm not saying you won't hear it, because obviously the chemistry of a band is the chemistry of a band. But I'm saying if Van Halen had a substitute guitarist, it's not it's a bigger deal than a substitute drummer. I mean, let's take David Lee Roth's band. Okay, he took what was essentially, when he went solo, he got Steve Vai and Greg Bissonette on drums. Both really good at what they did. Steve Vai was the star of that band there, and you can't say no.
Well,
I would say everybody in that band, like that, you're going back to chemistry now, because I say the best drummer outside of Alex Van Halen that David Lee Roth has ever played with is Ray Luzier. Dave has always had good drummers. Dave, look, putting a band together. I know what you're trying to say, but you got to understand, it's Lars's fucking band. Lars and James it's Gene and Paul. It's his band.
I get it. I'm just saying Kirk was there early enough that, he's right there at the beginning, right after Mustaine. I mean, he wrote like so much of the good stuff.
Kirk doesn't write anything.
Well, his guitar parts.
He plays the solos. The guitar parts are written by James.
The rhythms are written by James.
And
the words. I'm just saying Lars should respect Kirk more in Metallica.
No, there's no doubt about that. Respect. Look, I'm of the belief that it takes all members of a band to make it work. And sure. I think that everybody in the band deserves equal respect. Otherwise, the band doesn't work. When you got one guy that thinks they're better than anybody else in the band, or two guys that think they're better, vice versa, any one member that's why Newsted left Metallica. He got tired of being treated like a fucking second-class citizen because he didn't want to deal with it anymore.
But he also came in really late. And again, obviously, because the tragedy of Cliff Burton.
Right. He didn't come in late. He came in fucking 4 years into it.
But that's 4 albums into it already.
I understand
4 albums into it. That's for Metallica. That's late. I mean, what are the best Metallica albums?
When Newsted came in, they got bigger and better. The Black Album. I mean, obviously, one on Justice for All really broke them, and the Black Album made them more commercial. But if you look at like what everyone regards as like the classic Metallica songs, it's those first 3.
No, the Black Album is the biggest Metallica song, with a classic record.
It's the biggest commercial. Blah blah blah. I think the best Metallica album is Master of Puppets. I
would say that's the one that's a personal favorite, but the Black Album is like the Beatles' White Album. It's undeniable. It's Hotel California. It's Back in Black. It's Thriller. It's Nevermind. Pick the biggest album by the biggest band that you can think of, and that's what Metallica's Black Album is. It's the greatest metal album in the history of heavy metal. Whether we agree with it or not, the jury is out.
It's up there, but I could think of others that would qualify.
You'd be wrong. The world has voted. The world has voted.
Thank you, Randy.
Back in Black, I think, is great. Van Halen 1. I mean, you could go point counterpoint on that. And Randy Point makes a great point. Randy Point. Thank you, Randy Price. You make a good point. You're forgetting the amount of internal and business work that Lars does. He also does majority of song arrangements. I totally am not taking away what Lars puts into the band. And Paulie's right. Lars and James own that band. I get it. With that said, Kirk was in there early on. He's not a second-class citizen. Kirk Hammett is a big factor in Metallica. All those speed metal parts that everyone's enjoying, that's Kirk.
Don't know that I agree with that.
The solo.
We could agree
the
to
solos. The solos are good, but the riffs and the groove of Metallica is what works.
Well, that's James.
Yeah, and so I think that there are a lot of guys that could do what Kirk does for Metallica. I
mean,
think there are a lot of guys. I think there are a lot of guys that can do that job.
There are a lot of guys that could do James's job too. There are a lot of guys that could do, or not James, Lars. I mean, there are a lot of guys that are great drummers that could be great metal drummers. I mean, again, look at, who's filling in at any time during the in bass, after Cliff, Jason, and then now Robert, and I mean, they do great jobs. And I understand, Robert seems to get more respect from Lars than Kirk does. And, and look, Robert's a good soldier. He's fully stepping in line and the whole 9 yards and knows his place and he gets it. But he also, with all respect to him, as great a guy as he is too, he came in late and he knows he came in late. Kirk was there right out of the gate.
There's an argument to be made that Metallica needed Robert Trujillo more than Robert Trujillo needed Metallica. Robert Trujillo was doing just fine. Robert Trujillo can pick and choose whatever band he ever wanted to be in. Metallica at the time Trujillo joined were in disarray and on the verge of potentially screwing that up. If they hadn't made the Trujillo decision, Metallica might have not made it. I mean, Trujillo was a big name and still is a big name. He's one of the best bass players in the game and has been for decades. And so when Metallica hooked up with Trujillo, everybody went, yeah, that makes sense. If Metallica had grabbed somebody else, even Joey Vera from Armored Saint, who had been offered the job in the past and passed on it, even if they'd have hooked up with Joey Vera, it may not have worked. Trujillo was the right guy because he's a virtuoso musician. He's a guy that can play anything at any time. I think that at the time of that decision, and remember, this was Saint Anger. It was important, and it's no surprise that the last 2 Metallica albums are the best things they've done since the Black Album. Death Magnetic.
And I definitely say Rob is easily a big factor in that.
Yeah,
absolutely. He changed the direction.
So that goes right back to what we're saying. So where does Kirk fit into that? If they were capable of writing fantastic music all this time, why did they get better when Trujillo joined the band?
All right, hold on. Who wrote Enter Sandman's riff?
We don't know. I don't know. Somebody says that is
Kirk.
That somebody says it's Kirk. Okay.
That's my understanding as well. I'm just saying Metallica's signature sound really is Kirk Hammett.
No, Metallica's signature sound is Flemming Rasmussen. Flemming Rasmussen is the one that gave them that unique sound on Ride the Lightning and Master of Puppets. That scooped mid-crunch that makes Metallica sound different than any other band in the world. And as soon as they jettisoned Flemming Rasmussen, their sound changed to something more palatable when Bob Rock took over. And oh, by the way, it worked out okay for them.
Well, again, Bob Rock, you're going more of a commercial route. I mean, based on who else Bob Rock has done, and again, that was a choice, and it was obviously the right choice. With that said, I'm just saying, Kirk Hammett is such a big part of Metallica. You got to show the guy some credit more than he gets because he's been there since the beginning. That's what I'm saying.
Uh-oh.
What the hell's going on there?
Oh, KXM, can you hear me? Do not give that person your phone number.
What?
If you can hear me, do not give that guy your phone number. That's a scammer. That's not really who he says he is.
Okay, there's some private shit going on.
They tried playing that with me, and I was messing with them for a while. They're going to end up wanting to sell you Bitcoins.
Ooh,
Bitcoin. Ooh.
That's not really him.
Can I have a little bit?
That's not him. Don't give him your number. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Let's do show and tell guitar, and then I'd like us to talk about FU Tone's new guitar line, because I was gonna do this last week, but Paulie bowed out before we could do it, so I want to do it this week. And Adam's watching.
We've got like 20 minutes, right?
Half hour. We have a half hour.
If Johnny's computer works.
29 business if battery allows. So Anyway, today's show and tell guitar brought to you by, let's go through some sponsors, Swiss Picks. Check these out. If you are not playing with a Swiss Picks, you owe it to yourself to check out the grip on these babies. Swiss Picks, terrific grip, great feel. These are what I use to play now. These are so good. And they have a lot of varieties. Here's the Jason Becker edition. And Jason doesn't play garbage.
No.
Yeah, guys know. It's a pink one with more of a point. They have all types. They have jazz picks. Check them out, Swiss Picks. Also brought to you by our friends over at Vinum Pickups. Vinum Custom Pickups. They will make you whatever you want. This is the Mancuda Custom.
Do you need a car?
Yeah.
These are great.
I can take this one.
Vinum Pickups on their website has a massive assortment of all sorts of pickups, as well as they custom wind you stuff you want. They have all different colors and shapes and types and powers. So check out Vinum Pickups. Go to their website. They're terrific. And of course, our buddies at Tessie Switch, which I don't happen to have one handy. Johnny usually has one, but it's somewhere in the dark where he can't find it. Tessie Switch, the best kill switches on the market right now. Go to Tessie Switch's website, check those out. And of course, with all that's happening this week, Colonel's Gourmet Popping Corn. Check out Colonel's Gourmet Popping Corn. When you order, mention Johnny Beane or Jay Hannon's name, and you will get larger portions of popcorn or candy or confections or whatever you order from them. Check out Colonel's Gourmet Popping Corn's website. And there we go. So anyway, today's show and tell guitar, David Scher requested this because he was describing to me a guitar he saw years ago at a guitar store that he was just dying to buy, but it was on reserve for someone already. And he just kept going back and asking for it. And he couldn't buy it. It was reserved. It finally got picked up and he lost out on it. And he never saw another one like it. I have what I believe is a twin of that. And it's not the exact guitar. It's like 90% exact, but my neck is different. But ladies and gentlemen, I may have to do this one on my own. Let's see. By request from David Scher, 1988 BC Rich Gunslinger, black with a red snakeskin tear across the front.
Wow, look at that.
Very similar. Basically the twin. I believe they made two of them, and the one he saw was the twin of this. Basically the twin of what he had seen at that guitar store that day. It's a red snakeskin tear on black. It's actually a purple pickup in the middle, which was done by the last owner before me, but sounded good, so I kept it.
Frets look scalloped.
I'm going to get to it. You bet they are. And a real chrome Floyd Rose. Now, originally, these came with a Takuchi license trem, licensed by Floyd Rose. This person upgraded, obviously, the pickup to purple, and that's I think it's a JB or a Duncan Distortion. I can't tell. I forgot what it is, but it sounds great. And a real chrome vintage Floyd Rose back in the 80s. And as Paulie pointed out, this neck is totally scalloped, 100%. Check that out. I don't usually play a scallop neck. I talked about this last week, actually. Yngwie Malmsteen loves them, and Steve Vai likes the upper frets. George Lynch
Blackmore.
on the original Mom guitar scalloped half the frets. Richie Blackmore, who you interviewed, right? Right, Paul? You interviewed him recently, right?
No. We tried to get him on the show, and he had to reschedule.
Okay, coming up.
No, we did. He just did a song with William Shatner, so we were trying to get them both. We ended up getting Shatner, which was funny.
Oh, I gotta listen to that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Shatner did like a blues record, and Blackmore's on it with him.
Yeah, Black and Blues. Anyway, this is fully scalloped. This is 22 frets, scallop neck, very rare, custom done on a gunslinger, not from the factory. Typical BC Rich gunslinger headstock. I love these necks. I tolerate that this one's scalloped just because it felt so good, and I have a weakness for BC Rich gunslingers. Same back with the access angle cut right here for upper fret access that gunslingers have. Really good. Lightweight. Alder weighs probably about 7 pounds. Just probably barely 7 pounds. Really nice light guitar. And again, this is today's show and tell guitar. I'll do a quick screen grab for you, for Johnny. Let's see, right about there.
So it looks like it's up your nose.
There you go.
Hang on.
About there.
I'll grab it.
There you go.
Oh, crap.
Yep, that's not going to work.
All right, there we go. Anyway, yeah, and it's dirty maple because this thing has gotten a lot of play. Some from me, mostly from another guy who owned it before me, because I don't get that much wear on mine because I have a lot of different guitars. But anyway, again, you'll see what it is. They basically did. I can't tell if they did a snakeskin guitar and then blacked over it, which is what it looks like they did. And then George Lynch also, which I've had on the show before, has a similar guitar, also a BC Rich gunslinger. Same thing in gray, which I'll show you an image of right there. Let's see. Right there. See, his is a gray snakeskin tear, and obviously ESP made him switch out the neck to an ESP neck, but I have it, and now it has its original BC Rich neck again. But there it is. George Lynch has one in gray, or had one in gray snakeskin that I now own. But again, I saw the exact one that that David Scher had mentioned, because it was the twin of this. I didn't buy it, but I recognized that it had an unscalloped neck and black hardware, but was the same graphic. I've only seen one other like this graphic. I believe Dan Lawrence told me he only painted one or two like this other than George's. So there you go. 1988 BC Rich Gunslinger. A little quick show and tell for our limited time show tonight. Hope you guys enjoy that. Leave comments, leave thumbs up, please. Thank you. Chewy, is that you?
Yeah. Somebody is spinning around because he's like, "Hey, I know you guys are doing a short show tonight." Johnny, is that you? Johnny's under the hood of his car right now.
No, I'm actually in the dark now.
Sure are.
In the house?
I'm in the house now, yeah.
So you're running your computer off the car battery?
No, my wife had to take one of the cars to go get the other
She's having an affair, Johnny.
Battery.
She's having an affair.
Why don't
We
you
have another
buy,
battery that we have to use to power the refrigerator.
you need to buy one of those Honda generators, those gas powered generators, and have that in the garage in case shit like this goes down.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Shauna said she loves the scallop neck. Not they play anything, but they're so elegant looking. Yeah, no, it looks cool. It's a weird feeling. It's good for bends, and you just gotta get into the feel of it. I like more of a contact with the fretboard, so that's more my thing. But no, it still plays great, even with the scallop neck. Some guys love scallop necks. I never. Have you played one, Paulie?
Yeah, I have. Well, I've got some gems, and gems have scallop necks
on the last four frets.
The last four, yeah. I mean, the cool thing, and
it doesn't show up that much there because they're so tight. They're so tiny.
Yeah, I have a friend, a guy named Joe Stump, who's now in Alcatraz, or one of the two versions of Alcatraz that's now going around the world. And Joe was in a band called Trash Broadway back in the day. He gave my brother guitar lessons, and the guitar player that I played in took lessons from him back when he was teaching in Cambridge. So it's the first time I'd ever actually played a scallop neck. The interesting thing about it is, as they always say, when you're fretting a note, you don't really push all the way down to the board. You just put enough tension on it to get the note. So the great thing about a scallop neck is when you get the note, you can actually create string vibrato just by pushing on it to try and get the string to go a little sharp between the two frets.
It's just such a weird feel to me.
It is. It's weird, and there are people who are very good at it. That's why guys like Malmsteen and Blackmore have such a cool vibrato tone in their playing. Even when they're sweep picking and stuff, you can hear them, and occasionally they go sharp because they're digging into the neck. Scallop necks will do that. It's a different thing because you're not really, as I said before, you're not really fretting the fingerboard. You're fretting between the two frets up, and if you're fretting properly, as they always say, the fingertip should go up next to the nickel fret, not in the middle of the fret.
Pinky.
Yes, but so whatever. Long story, unnecessarily longer. Yes, I played a scallop neck. I don't recommend it as a regular thing, but it is a fun thing to do once in a while. You can't dig into the neck. You got to touch light. Browns fan says the same thing. Yeah.
Mr. Hellstorm 74, doesn't Snake Sabo have a signature model like that? No, he plays Kramer. He plays a Kramer, actually a Kramer parts guitar was his main guitar at Skid Row. He's never been a BC Rich gunslinger guy that I've ever known. And I keep track of that. Let's see. Thank you, Browns fan. Thank you, Charles Green. Thank you, Fruitcake Tone. Thank you, everybody. Robot Master Switch. John, do you have any pointy 80s guitars in your vast collection? Half of my vast collection. Half. Like a divorce. Half. Eddie.
Half.
Eddie, I want half.
Eddie,
I want half. Yeah, Robot Master Switch. The show must go on. That's right. Let's see. Looking before we get into our next story. Okay. I meant to talk about this last week, but I wanted Paulie with me. Got a lovely Christmas card from FU Tone. Look at that. Van Halen.
Yeah, I know. Everybody got that card except me. Thanks,
Don't
Adam.
worry, Paulie. I'm mailing this to you with my name crossed out.
Oh, thanks. Cool. You're
So
recycling. That's how very California of you.
I'm regifting, which is a different story.
And you're ecologically sound there because you're saving a tree.
Yeah. Adam at FU Tone has come out with a new line of guitars. And since this would normally be NAMM week, if you look on Johnny's website, I believe, or Johnny's Facebook page.
Everybody we know is showing their pictures from NAMM dinner and NAMM last year. And every guy that they ran into at NAMM, and the Josh Jones sitting in front of the 5150 going fucking nuts on the guitar.
We're reliving the joys of last year NAMM, including last year's NAMM dinner, which was fucking awesome. Everyone was there. Everyone was there. And, it was just the last hurrah before the shit hit the fan in the world. So check out, if you want a little insight into that and all those who were there, check out on Johnny's Facebook page.
Where is it?
Your Facebook page? It's on Facebook.
Yeah, I posted it last night.
Johnny, you're out of breath.
Yeah, I'm
Robot Master Switch. I just showed a pointy guitar.
He wants you to show your Akira Takasaki Hurricane Star guitar, which you probably don't own.
Oh, you want something? Okay, next week I'll have something pointy body, if that's what you mean.
Oh boy, I'm guessing a BC Rich Warlock is.
I'm not saying what it is.
I'm thinking, what's the pointiest guitars that John owns? Warlock.
For Robot Master Switch, I will bring on a pointy body guitar. I have tons of them. I mean, I have Rhodes and all sorts of stuff. I'll bring on something really.
Do you have one of those shitty Vinnie Vincent ones with the double fake Rhodes?
I don't.
The double finned Rhodes.
I don't. I've seen them all over the place. Well, not all over, but I've been offered them because they're usually pink, and people are like, Nakuda, you love pink guitars. You love pink Rhodes. You have a bunch of pink Rhodes. Yeah, but I don't want that double neck, that double pointed V monstrosity that Vinny played.
We'll get you one of those. Get those Washburn AF40. That's the most ridiculously pointed guitar you could get.
Ugh. Yeah, not for me. I love pointy guitars. I love, a Rhodes V, a Warlock, an Ironbird. I mean, James Gum wants to know, do I have a Gorky Park baklava, chocolate baklava? Do you have a Gorky Park baklava? Yeah, I don't have one of those things. We made fun of it on the show many times, and we'll continue to do so for your amusement.
Yeah, Kramer made those. They're garbage.
And they also put them out of business.
Yep. Those are terrible guitars. Yeah, they're Korean made. They're actually, they make the Focus seem like a boutique guitar. They were garbage.
Oh, the Focus guitars are great.
No. That's what I'm saying. I might be talking about the striker.
Yeah, I mean the
Here's
focus
the video from last year.
Oh, now we're gonna get flagged.
Well, it's my own video.
It's our video. It's our video.
Yeah, but nobody can see it because you've got the lights off.
Just go on Johnny Beane's Facebook page and check it out. You'll see me.
This is back when Johnny had friends.
Yeah, me and let's see, Alex there and Sean Zimmerman's there of Zim's Guitars in Arizona. Check them out.
Dane Zimmerman.
Dane Zimmerman. What did I say? Sean Zimmerman? I said Sean.
Yeah, there is a Sean Zimmerman, but he's a different guy.
Yeah, no, I meant Dane.
Totally different guy.
Yeah, Johnny's there. Caleb's there. Alec Radford's there.
That was a different night. That was a different night.
Oh, well, of course. We have dinners at this one Italian restaurant. I'm friends with the family, and they set us up a giant table. I had my ex-girlfriend there. Who else? There was a lot of us there. I've had the head of BC Rich was there at one point, and a lot of people were there. Check it out.
It's pinned to the top of this video in the comments.
Oh, there you go. On YouTube.
So everybody, click on that video. It's like, how long is it? It's like an hour.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
It's nothing. That'll be the bonus hour for tonight. Will be that video.
There you go. Yeah, you could watch us all talking smack about everyone. No, we're not talking smack. Sean, I wish you were there too. It was fun. We do it every NAMM year. Hopefully, NAMM will come back in some form in the future, and because virtual NAMM just isn't as fun. But
that might be the future, man. I mean, they save a lot of money doing it.
It could be, but that only means you'll all have to still come down to Mari's Italian restaurant and just have a good time anyway.
Mm-hmm. Have you guys gone to virtual NAMM yet? It started yesterday.
I have not, because there's nothing for me to buy. So, Charvel doesn't do like showcase special guitars for, virtual NAMM. So,
actually, I mean, what virtual NAMM is, it's actually more the stuff that you don't even look at at actual NAMM.
Yeah, it's like basic,
the classes and the
you go to regular NAMM, they have all these showcase guitars, all the custom shops are showing off, hanging on the walls, all these custom guitars showing what they can do, but it's like you look over at virtual NAMM and it's just like, well, here's our new basic lineup, and it's like, well, that's great, that's nice, and stuff like that, but
I don't know if Fender is even actually at NAMM this year, or virtual NAMM.
I don't know. I mean, usually they have 100 custom guitars that you just walk around looking at, and it's really cool. And
you can always tell when you're in the good place, because certain manufacturers have their own fucking entire exhibition hall. Like when you're walking through NAMM, you can go through the main room, which has booths. It's one thing to have a booth, but then when you walk into one and they've got the big neon sign, like you're walking into a casino, and you walk through the door and it's just wall to wall guitars by one manufacturer. That's how you know you're in and they just bring it to the nines. I mean, it's insane.
I mean, their custom shops working all year for this day.
Yeah.
Or for this week, rather. I mean, you have a Fender room, a Gibson room, then Charvel Jackson EVH is in a separate room. Ibanez has a very big display in the center of the main floor, but that's, considered their room pretty much.
The fuck was that?
Was there a bat in there? What do you got?
Johnny having an alien attack? What just happened?
Is the jackalope back?
I'm getting mocked because I got
the Rougarou found you.
Jesus. There's a Yeti in Johnny's house raiding the fridge in the dark.
Ned, where'd you go? Yeah, I've got mops.
He's going to enter.
Ned's got a knife. Johnny, Ned has a knife. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Sandra. Yeah, so that's basically, the idea is NAMM is like a giant convention hall. It's like 200,000 people, even though it's, invite only. And
everybody seems to get the invite.
Because we all know somebody in the business that we say, hey, can we get a badge? It's, and we get in. But the idea is that, because of the pandemic, we don't know how soon or if that is going to come back in that big crowd of format? And if so, when? It certainly won't be back so fast. It's like Comic-Con for guitar nerds.
Well, I mean, if shows start coming back, like they were saying, like theater shows were going to be coming back. Like this next year, right?
They were hoping for this fall is the hope, but we'll see. We'll see.
So if those start coming back, I can see a convention center style thing like NAMM coming back. Otherwise, I don't see there being a NAMM like we knew it ever again, because it was so crazy, and you get sick anyway.
Yeah, you get Namthrax, as we call it. If you guys watched our shows last year, when we came back from NAMM, Johnny and I were just at death's door, sick.
It was horrible.
Yeah, so not good.
It may be a, your Namthrax may have been early COVID.
We thought that, but the symptoms are still different. There wasn't the intensity.
I got an antibody test and it said it wasn't.
Oh,
yeah. So I would, you lose smell, you lose taste. There's a lot of specific, Namthrax is closer to a basic hard flu rather than COVID. So thankfully, but anyway, since this is NAMM week and today normally, right, Johnny, you and I would be at NAMM.
No, I was going to say I lost smell and taste when I was at your house.
Well, I mean, you one minute you're in Mancuta's house and all taste is lost.
Yeah. Well, you should have worn a condom, Johnny.
Oh,
John.
No, why is it got to be about sex again?
You
guys, all you do talk about is sex.
You really should clean out your fridge, John. Then Johnny wouldn't have gotten sick.
At some point we're gonna have to start talking about FU tone guitars because we've got 8 minutes left.
Yeah, I was saying since we are normally at NAMM, let's take a look at the FU tone booth and see their new line of guitars. Because Adam at FU Tone has put together these really good-looking, affordable guitars that I wanted to talk about last week.
I played one 2 years ago.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, when he had a booth at NAMM. I didn't see him this year.
Uh-huh.
Or this previous one, but I saw him the one before, and I had played. He had one. He had a booth.
All right. So, what's the country of origin?
Do we know where they were made? Because it doesn't say on the website.
I got to my light off.
Oh, there we go.
Jean Biel.
Look at that. You have natural. You have yellow. You have a transparent purple that I really like. Now, here's the thing. This is what's beautiful. He's taken a good-looking guitar, like a Charvel kind of San Dimas-looking body, okay, that we all like that shape and feel of. He's put a good-looking neck on it, okay, nice fast-speed neck, and he's taken that, and rather than and look at that headstock, that hooker headstock. I love the look of that. I mean, some people make variations of the Fender Strat headstock and it comes out like shit. This one looks great. This is similar to one of those old hook headstocks like Lynch had on the Tiger at one point. I like the look of the headstock. And the best thing is here they give you that basic San Dimas style body. And again, not made by Fender, but very similar. And they just put all the upgrades in it for you already, so it's ready to go. So rather than, I have to buy a detuner, I have to buy a trem, I have to buy, saddles, I have to buy a brass block. They put all the upgrades in there already. Look at that. You've got a tricked out FU tone bridge, very much like an upgraded Fender. Comes with the detuner already. You've got a brass block on there with the noiseless springs. You've got the the whole setup for the noiseless springs. You got the hooks on there also. I mean, it's all upgrade. And why buy upgrade 1, 2, 3, 4 when right out of the gate this guitar is ready to go? It's got like everything you want, all the FU tone upgrades you would want in there, nice thick brass
Mhm.
block.
Yeah, it's all of them. It's
And
basically every almost pretty much every upgrade that you would buy off the website in a guitar. The pickups, there are a few tones.
And he has the pickup upgrades. We have that that brass underneath
The
that resonates.
what is that called? I have one of those.
I forgot what it's called, but it's something you can install. And again, if you have another guitar, you can go to FU Tone and get that. And it basically it puts more connection between your pickup and the body of your guitar. So you're really, really holding that sustain in there. And Browns fan asked the price point. The price point is just about $1,000.
Which is what a decent Charvel will cost you. And then you do all the upgrades.
A decent Charvel will cost you even more.
I'm talking about the decent Mexican Charvels.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, just a regular look. To me, the best guitar for the money, outside of maybe what Adam is putting out there, is a Mexican Charvel.
And those
They're
are
just
for the buck. They are.
Yeah, they're amazing bang for the buck. So if you were to buy, a decent Charvel, like, the DK24 or whatever it is, that's going to run you $899, $999, maybe $1,100, depending on where you're buying it.
At least, yeah.
And then the FU Tone stuff is, you're gonna spend another $600 on that.
And it's got everything. It's ready to go.
And I've always been a fan of wood is wood. Like if the bodies are basswood, then great. If they're alder, great. Whatever they're made of, poplar, whatever you make the body is wood is wood is wood. So I don't know that a slice of wood cut properly from Charvel, Fender, Gibson, you name your guitar manufacturer, is going to be any better than a slice of wood cut properly from FU Tone. So wood is wood. If they get decent planks of wood and they dry it properly and everything is done properly, which I have no doubt Adam is going to do because everything he does is done properly. Once that's done, I'm trying to figure out why my dogs are freaking out. Once all that's done, for $1,000, you're getting a great guitar.
Yeah, I mean, I disagree on the general, statement of wood is wood, because I know if I play a koa versus a maple versus a piece of plywood, I'm going to feel a difference. And
but koa is koa is koa. If you get koa from Gibson or koa from Fender, that's my point. So if somebody says, hey, a body cut from alder, cut properly, is no better from Fender or Charvel or Hammer
100%,
or whoever the guitar player. So if Adam is outsourcing the wood, where he's getting his wood from, maybe he's getting it from Asia or he's getting it from Europe or wherever he's getting that wood from, as long as it's cut properly and cured properly, who gives a shit where it comes from?
Yeah.
So now it's the guts. Now it's what are the guts? And everything that Adam does so far, as far as I know, is top quality. So if you've got a decent piece of wood and you throw top quality components in it, you got a great guitar.
And that's my point, is they're basically taking a good basic part of a guitar that you would want to upgrade, but it's done for you. It's got everything on it. It's got the bridge you want. It's got the pickups you want. And yeah, the FU Tone PMS pickup mount system. Thank you, Kurt 5150. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, the PMS.
To really let those pickups, resonate through the body and really connect with it. Then you got the noiseless springs and the big block. And I mean, it's got every FU Tone upgrade you would really want, and it's ready to go, and it looks good. It's a ballsy move. Absolutely.
In this economy, to try and introduce a new guitar, a new brand of guitars when so many guitar companies are going under, I bet they have a great business model.
But you know what? It's FU Tone, which already, like we've said, top-notch quality. You already trust their upgrades big time. You get them all the time anyway. And now you're basically getting, for the price of less than what you have of all those upgrades anyway. You're getting a guitar, good-looking guitar, ready to go. And there's a video on FU Tone's website of Steve Brown of Trickster and Tokyo Motor Fist,
and understudy for Def Leppard.
Yeah, understudy for Def Leppard sometimes. Either way, Steve Brown's, great guy, great player. We all know him, love him. He's demoing with Adam, that guitar. and he goes through, it's like a 15-minute video just showing the tones you can get out of it if you play, because you can also split the pickups. So the way he has it laid out, it's really, really brilliant. This titanium and the trem blocker, so you could play it as a fixed bridge if you want. I mean, it's just genius the way he's got it laid out. And the big thing is the price point. It's a good looking guitar, good sounding guitar at the price point. I haven't played one. Johnny's played one. I haven't had the chance to get one in my hands, but at some point I will find a store that has one and I will give a report back. But just from what I've heard and what I've looked at and heard on the video, the tones and all the features, and I already know his upgrades, that's bang for the buck central, boys and girls. So
quick answer to Fruitcake Tony's question. He wanted to know the difference between an original Floyd versus licensed Floyd. The metal used to cast the actual parts. The original Floyds are usually stainless, and the licensed Floyds tend to be pot metal. The Korean ones. The Korean ones tend to be pot metal. Yeah. So it's a matter of the integrity of the metal used in the cast.
And this is FU Tone's own bridge. Good, the price point.
The price point is cheap.
Oh, good. Thank you, Adam from FU Tone.
I'm trying to erase things because I'm out of room.
Okay.
No. And we're out of time.
Let me just go through this with you, Paulie, because this is right up your alley. We were talking last week. Gene Simmons has a new deal with Gibson. Gene Simmons this week.
It all comes full circle, because if you remember all those old Kiss records, you read on the back, it said Kiss uses Gibson guitars and Pearl drums because they want the very best for a nominal fee.
Yeah, well, it turns out that Gene's not just making a line of the regular Thunderbird basses. He's moving on to a V bass and then a V guitar, a Gene Simmons flying V guitar. Now, I don't know why, because Gene doesn't play guitar, he plays bass. And I don't know why a V, because I'm not familiar with Gene playing a V. But Paulie, maybe you have some insight why he would do that?
I mean, because they wrote him a check. That's really it. I mean, I loved the old Gibson grabbers that he used back in like 74, 75. And if you look at the cover of Alive, where that guitar that he's got there, and there is a Gibson grabber bass. Yeah. It's come full circle. They wrote him a good check. And
speaking of that check,
they're a company that's going to be around. And by the way, Gibson is now doing what Deane did. Deane, who made at the time substandard guitars, got decent endorsees to get people to buy their guitars so that they could fund building better guitars. They used all those endorsees that they got to improve the quality of their guitars. It was a good business model. Sign famous people, get people to buy famous people guitars at decent prices, take that money, reinvest it, and put out a better quality guitar. And slowly but surely, Deane guitars have gotten better, almost to the point where they were back in the 70s and early 80s before they experienced their lull. Gibson, who now have a brand new CEO, they're out of the Henry era, and in the past 2 or 3 years have started to improve quality control and have a little bit more invested in their product, are now saying, okay, now that we've got the product doing well, we need to get a high-profile endorsee. And they bring Gene Simmons in.
And Kiss's End of the Road tour is one of the biggest tours out there.
Sure.
Obviously the big New Year's Eve show in Dubai, $9.99 a ticket, a nominal fee. And Gene basically says, look, you're getting two quality things. You're getting Kiss stands for quality and Gibson stands for quality. This is what he's saying. And the G2, as it's called, is two G's, Gene and Gibson. That's what the line is called. Gene also points out, and he's very specific about these words.
Hang on, while you're bringing to that, I'm going to answer Fruitcake Tony. The original Gene axe bass was a Kramer, aluminum necked Kramer. Just so you know, and it's gone to a couple of different companies since then. But the original,
they also made Schecter. Made a Gene bass.
The original one was a Kramer,
an aluminum neck Kramer, right? The split head.
The headstock that looks like a.
Yeah, so Paulie, this is right up your alley. Gene wants to point out that people say that money is the root of all evil. He says, no, not having money is the root of all evil. He says, it's better to be rich than to be poor. He says, I won't be robbing a 7-Eleven because I can buy the block. Someone who needs money will rob the 7-Eleven.
Well, and why not?
But if Gene buys the block and it's Gene's 7-Eleven, you better watch out, man, because he'll come for you.
And he'll have some money invested in it, and you'll have to pay for
payback.
Johnny's ready to tap out. He's like, okay, guys, I'm out of power.
Your audio just went.
My audio did?
Yeah. Did you hear that, Johnny?
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'm out of power.
The couldn't chew through.
Let's see. And finally, Rick Allen of Def Leppard made a point that he is not writing a tell-all book, specifically not writing a tell-all book. He's getting a lot of requests because everyone loves a good Def Leppard tell-all book. He says specifically he wants to write a book about just helping people and talking about how he's dealing with his handicap. Now, devil's advocate here, I think he could write both because that is a part of his Def Leppard life. I admire that he wants to help people and, write about, his tragedy, but, I think he can mix it in with a good Def Leppard, specific history book and, tell his story as he lived it.
Well, I think they're doing that online museum is their big deal. So they don't need to write a book if they put it into a portal. I'm not sure it'll be behind a paywall of some sort, but, Def Leppard are doing that vault, which is basically an online virtual museum of what they're doing. So, I mean, there's no need to write a book if you've got this whole thing there. You can go through the history and then maybe just do blog entries as you see fit.
I'd still rather have a book, honestly.
Yeah, maybe.
I just love to hear. I mean, I love those books. We talk about, Brian Weed of Tesla's book recently.
Yep.
How it's personal, but it also has a lot of aspects of, stories from the band and stories from the road. And, it has a lot of interesting things that, that you have as well as personal tragedies and personal issues that you have and things you go.
I don't know that any band has gone through, with the exception of Skynyrd, has gone through the level of repeated tragedy and
the Def Leppard curse.
The Def Leppard curse. I mean, it is insane the amount of bad things that have gone to them between, Pete Willis being an alcoholic and then the Steve Clark situation, and after the Rick Allen situation, and then the Vivian Campbell now. I mean, it's insane how many bad. Joe Elliott losing his voice, Rick Savage getting Bell's palsy. I mean, there's been so many different things that have happened to that band. It's insane. Like, you got to wonder. Like, they always talked about it with Led Zeppelin. One of the big legends of the band is that they were dabbling in black magic, or they made a deal with the devil or a pact. It's all nonsense. But whatever it was, there was a series of unfortunate events, car accidents. Robert Plant's son dies. Other virtual maladies and misdeeds and missteps. And then, of course, John Bonham dies. Def Leppard has had every bit the amount of misfortune and then some. Somebody's robbing Johnny's house right now.
I know. Johnny's tied up. Help me. 911. Jesus. Johnny looks like the burglar. He looks like he's ready to, to rob a house himself. He's got the hat. He's got the jacket. I mean, doesn't it look like he's just like, hey, grab me that crowbar there, fingers.
Yeah.
Right?
Johnny is doing very well for not having any. Is your wife back yet? Oh, we don't have any sound.
Yeah. Johnny has no sound. Oh boy. See, this is just like Def Leppard. Johnny lost his voice now.
There. I muted. I muted.
Oh, there you go.
The bathroom.
Johnny was a mute boy, and he turned his electric off.
Jeez.
This sucks.
Johnny didn't want the toilet flushing to get hurt. He's broadcasting from on the shitter.
Yeah, Johnny Beane has been replaced with a replicant.
Yeah.
Soylent Green, they're all people. They're all people.
It's people.
Anyway, we appreciate our audience putting up with us today with limited power and limited time for the show. But we hope you enjoyed it. Please take a second. There's 120 in the chat. Take a second, leave a thumbs up, if only out of sympathy. And
Yeah.
and leave comments in the chat. Leave comments in the video, because we love reading comments and we appreciate you guys. Thank you, Ben Tom. $5 into the kitty to get Johnny's power back on. Look at that. Yeah, so we're doing a little shorter show tonight.
Tom, thank you, dude.
But leave comments in the video. Leave a thumbs up now, please, because it costs nothing. And we just love some basic appreciation, because we do this for you guys and gals.
And the money. We do it for the money.
Nominal fee.
A nominal fee.
Because we get paid the big bucks. Right, Johnny? Like our channel members chipping in.
Yeah, Johnny Beane needs an OnlyFans. That'd be great. Johnny Beane's OnlyFans.
Look at my legs. Yeah.
I have one. I haven't set it up yet. No, because musicians use them. You know, rappers. A lot of rappers use them.
Johnny's posing with an FU tone guitar and nothing else.
I'm supposed to be playing one of those at some point.
An FU tone guitar?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean supposed to be playing?
I'm supposed to get one. I'm supposed to get one at some point.
Hopefully it's not an electric guitar, because
See, Paulie and I got shafted again. We just gave this mega commercial for FU Tone, and once again, Paulie and I, nada. Johnny's like, yeah, I'm getting
I mean, I can actually play. Oh,
wow. Oh, man.
I don't know.
Johnny,
That's
why don't you just take your sack and like smack it across our faces? Damn. Wow.
No,
I just got a message from one of the executive producers, who shall remain Wayno nameless. Shouldn't you be guys doing a longer show? Johnny's going to be sitting in the dark talking to Ned for hours.
It's the battery. I'm running this. The show is running off my car battery.
Yeah, probably not smart.
There's a point that will just get cut off if we did it a little longer. Normally we do like
it'll just die. The show would just boop, black.
Yeah.
Just goes like the old televisions where we just sink into the middle and you just see the little light as it slowly fades as the tube cools off.
That's why I think it's like when we die. That's why I think it's like before I go to hell.
Oh, maybe. We can go to hell Tuesdays.
Oh, well, I guess we're in purgatory right now.
Oh, thank you. Music therapy. Thank you, dude.
I don't know, Johnny. You want to show anything else from Chevelle or Jackson or anything while we're here, or what are your thoughts?
The new stuff.
Good talk. I got to tap out. It's time for me to go to bed.
All right. Good night, man.
All right, Paul. Good night, brother. Good show, man.
Hey guys, later.
Nighty. Yeah,
the only thing that I have is I did a video talking about the new EVH gear stuff.
Well, you did that.
And
do we see anything Chevelle, Jackson?
I mean, some of the stuff that I'm seeing this year from other companies is actually stuff that was released last year.
I mean, they're not really doing that much. I mean, I've seen like, you know, there's a Jackson edition I've seen that's special order that's looking a lot like Ibanez Gems, where I saw it the other day online. I think Sweetwater had it for sale. It's green with pink pickups, or maybe it was Capital. Try Capital, see if they have it. I saw one the other day. It was a green Jackson Soloist with neon pink pickups, very similar to like an old Ibanez Gem 777.
Let me see.
David Shea Gomery says, I was hoping for new Kramers. It's hard this year, man, because again, without like a real NAM, doing a virtual NAM, it's like kind of, you know, it's kind of rough. You know, doing it all online, and there's no showcase guitars, and you can't, reach over and pick up something and, try out a guitar that's new,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think well, like I said, some of the stuff that I've seen that's being talked about now is stuff that came out a year ago.
Last year.
Because I mean, why not? You know, there really is no NAMM. I mean, there is, but there isn't. It's
Yeah. If you want to see NAMM, there's a link at the top of the chat. I guess when they're watching the video, I guess they could click on the link and go to the YouTube link of last year's NAMM dinner, or one of them that we had last year. A lot of us were around the table at Mari's Italian restaurant, which is, you know, always a good time. I love that place. I may just drive down there for takeout this week, just out of tradition. Get me some clam chowder and some chicken parmesan. That place is amazing.
So hungry.
I know, I'm starved too.
I'm sitting here in the dark and I'm starving.
Johnny's like an orphan boy in war-torn World War II Europe. You know, the building's bombed out. You know, the Allies are marching through, and you know, Johnny's like looking for a candle and a scrappy crust of bread, and you know, Monsieur, please, Monsieur American soldier, crust of bread, Monsieur, fromage. Oh, poor Johnny's got a little beret on.
I'll show you guys what I'm doing. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see. How can I'll give you a tour. Let me know. Let me know if you guys see this.
Let's see. I can't see it. I'm waiting.
We got
Lenny Lou says Mary loves Mari's Italian. This is amazing. Mary should come with us next time.
There we go. There we go. All right, I got two videos going. I got this one, and then I've got another one.
I don't see anything.
I've got another one going right here.
What is that?
It's another angle.
Another angle of us?
It's from my iPhone.
I don't understand. Oh, I see. You got okay. People are getting notifications of a different angle that you're broadcasting right now.
Yeah. Look at this. Well, it's dark. You guys can't see. You guys can't see anything.
So basically, guys, you're getting notifications that Johnny's showing a video of a black screen. That's wonderful.
I'm trying to. Let's do this. You can see me? Hey, Lenny Lou. Hey. Yeah, I'm totally in the dark.
Okay, so it's another stream of the same video. Oh boy.
In the dark.
In the dark. Wayno wants to know, what's the Italian place? Okay, this place is phenomenal. This is a personal friend of mine, so I want you guys to support it. If you're in Anaheim, it's right across from from Disney. It's called Mari's, MARI''S. I think I'm spelling it right. Let's make sure. Let's see. It's Mari's Italian or Mari's Pizza, but it's a full Italian restaurant. It's a big Italian restaurant. Let's see. MARI''S. Is there one I? I think it's MARI''S Pizza. Yeah. Yeah. Mari's Pizza and Pasta Restaurant. And it is in Anaheim. Let's see. MARI'S. Yeah. Mari's Pizza and Pasta in Anaheim. MARI'S. It's in Anaheim, right across from Disney. You can get it on Grubhub. I think they're doing takeout right now. And above all, try the clam chowder. It's a family recipe passed down from generations. White clam chowder like you've never had before. It's like crack. I love the stuff. It's got great Yelp reviews. The place is phenomenal. They're super nice. They're personal friends of mine. Mention my name there, and you will get no spit in your food. I guarantee you. It will be really nice to you. It's 1194 West Catella Avenue in Anaheim. And their phone number is 714-533-1631. And they're really delicious. I mean, but check out the menu online. Really, really good stuff. I mean, that place is the best. Really is.
They're awesome. I got the couple times I ate there, or 3 times, I got the same thing. I got what kind of sandwich was that?
I think did you have a chicken parm or
maybe, yeah,
or eggplant parm? Everything's good there. They have incredibly good food, and the service is great, and I mean, just everything's good there. So just, that's one business I will not allow to go out of business. And they apparently have 3 locations. I'm just looking. I think they have one in Long Beach and one also in Orange. The one we always go to is Anaheim, and that's usually where the family is. Just phenomenal. Just give them business, please. Good stuff, and they're always there for us at NAMM. They always take good care of us, so we take good care of them too. There you go, Mari's Italian. Here's our plug. How we doing, power, Johnny?
Power's bad.
All right, we got to get out of here early tonight. Really sorry to our audience that we're not going a full 3 hours or 4 hours or whatever we normally do sometimes, but we love you. We appreciate you. Listen, be safe out there. Okay, you wear your mask. Be safe. And listen, if you're gonna watch any stuff like news in the next 24 hours, I hear it's a busy news week. I've heard rumor. Go to Colonel's Gourmet Popcorn. And,
what's happening tomorrow?
nothing better than having a big bowl of Chicago mix. Oh, there's my buddy in the chat, Mike Mers. Shout out to my buddy Mike Mers. There you go. How are you, brother? Anyway, so Colonel's Gourmet Popcorn, Mari's Italian Restaurant, Swiss Picks, Bang Energy Drink, FU Tone, Tessie Switch, Vinum Custom Pickups. Support all the businesses that support the show. There you go.
GE. No, wait. You're not a part of this. No wonder.
Yeah, anything that pays the electric company. But anyway, leave a thumbs up, leave comments in the video, and apologies for the short show. Let's thank our channel members before we run out of power. There you go. You can bring it up. Okay. Thank you to our channel members like Halface, John. Let's see. Wait till it switches to my big screen. Hold on. Yay, technical stuff. Thank you to our channel members, Halface, John Moronic, James Gum, Hillary Lewis, Jim Nicholas, 802 Blues, Mr. BHB Jr., Frag 5150, Pal Guitars, Dan Halen, Frank Cochran, Bent Tom, Thomas Santiago, Sean Johnson. Thank you again for the sauces. I'm loving them. Brian Spalding, Fender Guru, Music Therapy Laz, Ghost BC Rich, 5150 TV, Hugh Caldwell, David Crosby is a dildo fucker, Jesus Rapes Me, Randy Price, and Steve Carmichael.
Steve Carmichael.
And also, let's thank you to our channel members. Look how much bigger that's getting. We got to get to a third screen. Johnny's making the font smaller and smaller for me to read. Thank you to our channel members also, Charles Green, Fruitcake Tony, and Heal Up Fruitcake Tony from that penis reduction. Heal Up fast. Michael the Captain Smith, David Ennis, Mike Neese, Richard Poole, Linny Lou, and Mary. Ladies, you're going with me to Mari's Italian to get some clam chowder. Gargets Entertainment, Kurt 5150, Susan Silvestri, Mickey Settlemeyer, Joe Christian, Nicole Mrazek, Sean Boland, Wayno, Stephen Franklin, Will Starr, R. Habs, KXM Rock, David Shea Gormery, Bozique, Crazy Cook 678, Carol Hatcher, False Flag, Margaret Scranton, Sean Silas, Julia Baldessari, and Jarhead Rock. And also check out Show Me Your Pick this Saturday, where I will be with Fruitcake Tony and some Poison guitars of CC DeVille's. So check that out Saturday night. Yeah, XKM Rock is KXM Rock is saying members getting out of control. Yeah, we have a lot of top tier members.
Yeah. 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 And don't forget Saturday Night Live with John BL.
And Friday, don't skip
Saturday
the show.
night.
Friday with Jay Hannon and you talking Van Halen.
Friday talking Van Halen, which I will have an unboxing. I was going to do it tonight, but I
can't see it. You can't see it.
But this is
Pass
very cool.
Pass it over to me, Johnny, and I'll do it in the light here.
This is very cool. This is very cool. But I'll save it for Friday because it makes sense. Actually, it makes perfect sense to open this Friday. It is Van Halen related.
And thank you for the Blue Rhino love. Oh, thank you, everybody. Rock on. My best friend there.
And is Tony still here?
Tony should be. Sandra's still here. Gary Thollander, shout out. Gary was here real quick.
Mickey,
Tony,
Mickey, thank you so much, dude.
Tony, you still in the house? Fruitcake Tony?
Tony.
KXM Rock says, yeah, next time have the same package. This would be cool to pass it. Yeah, we do that with the voice machine. Johnny, pass me your voice machine real quick. Yeah, thank you. There you go. Oh, man. The show sucks again. Right now, my mother's watching in disappointment. John, tell them about the mattress. Have someone help me with that mattress at the curb or they're not going to take it. Tell your audience. Thanks, Ma.
So depending on if I have power by Saturday, well, hopefully I have power by Friday. Hopefully I have power later tonight.
We'll see.
But you guys know I've been talking about for months now about doing a Facebook Van Halen show, like a strictly Facebook show within my Facebook group. And I think Tony and I were talking about possibly doing something on Saturdays, like early Saturday, like early afternoon, or maybe actually Tony's old slot we would take.
Oh, there you go.
The time
that was 1 p.m. West Coast time, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe this Saturday, Tony and I, and whoever wants to jump in, we'll go live within my Van Halen Facebook group. Here it is right here. And it's growing all the time.
It is? Oh yeah, no, it is. It is. Well, I put weights on my schlong, so it, I'm trying to get it to grow. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Wait, I'm getting the comments.
Yeah, that's from Con Edison. They're saying, Johnny, your power won't be on Saturday. Don't schedule shows.
But yeah, make sure to join the Facebook group. It's insanity over there. It's
a good time. It's a good time.
It's awesome. Robot Master Switch. That's something else I'm trying to figure out. A Twitch, some sort of Twitch thing.
There's a town I know where the hipsters go called Bedrock. Twitch. Go ahead, Johnny.
So there's just so much stuff, and it's impossible to do it all with no power.
Yeah.
So anyway, and then here's a tease for Friday. There's a little tease right there.
Oh, there you go.
Look at that.
Guitar.
Awesome. So yeah, Friday with Jay Hannon talking Van Halen, and then Saturday night with John BL. Right there.
Everyone loves the Flintstones. Browns fan. Everyone loves them. We all love the Flintstones. Hey, Fred, how come Johnny Beane has power like we do in our caves? Yeah, buddy, Johnny Beane ain't paid the power bill.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Leave a thumbs up, please. If you like the video, even if you don't, leave a thumbs up, please. And leave comments because we love to reply. Again, apologies for the short show, but you can watch our YouTube dinner and you can look my ex-girlfriend's on there. She's some good eye candy. You can check her out if you're bored.
Wow. And as soon as I turn this video off, it'll be like that.
Yeah.
I'll just be like stuck in the dark.
Johnny's wife was smart. She went to a hotel. She's like, yeah, Johnny, I've got to get some stuff done. So, business, honey. Bye. Take care of Ned. He's around here somewhere. Oh, and real quick, happy 99th birthday the other day to Betty White. Mwah, America's sweetheart.
Oh, yeah.
Love Betty White.
I saw that.
Yeah. Yeah, follow me on Facebook. Follow Johnny on Facebook. On Facebook, I'm listed as Jonathan Mancuda. Johnny is listed as Johnny Beane. Paulie is Neanderthal, right? Or what's his?
Oh, you just have to Google Neanderthal. And
there you go. There you go.
That's him. There's my link there. JohnnyBeane.link.
There you go. And if you want to send us anything, send it to Johnny. And there's a possible chance that Paulie and I might get it. It's 50-50. If you let us know, then we say, hey, Johnny, don't pull off that label. That's for Paulie and I. And, Johnny is, oh, no, of course you're going to get it. But if you don't say that, then Johnny's like, hey, look what someone sent me. It's a jacket that says Mancuda on it. No, that's something. That's not for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we love when you guys send us something. And thank you, Fruitcake Tony. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Johnny's like, yeah, we like when you send us something.
You're welcome. Oh no, this is so weird because I'm used to using 3 different devices when I do these things. I'm just on the one thing now, and so I'm having to switch back.
Usually you have a vibrator, a jackhammer, and a refrigerator, right? Those are the 3. Yeah, look at that.
Because usually you guys can't see. You guys can't see, but usually I'm on a computer. I'm on that.
Usually there's lights. Yeah.
Usually there's the lights, and then Michael Smith sent me this other computer, and I'm putting more RAM into it, more storage and stuff, and so it's out of commission.
Yeah, KXM Rock. Tell Adam to send FU Tone guitar for demo. Apparently Johnny's getting one.
Yeah, he's sending me one. So
yeah, Paulie and I, he sent he sent me a Christmas card, and Paulie gets nothing. So it's almost like that scene in Glengarry Glen Ross. The winner of you gets to keep your job. The loser gets a box of candy canes. The third place gets to lose their job. So that's what it is. Johnny gets the guitar they just spent like 20 minutes plugging. I get the Christmas card, and Paulie is like looking around like, I didn't even get like a Christmas card. Anyway, check out FU Tone's website. It's for other reasons too, but check out that guitar. Watch that video with Steve Brown. Very, very cool. Very cool. And you'll see that's a great guitar.
Mm-hmm.
What color did you order, Johnny? What color did you use?
I don't know. I didn't order it. He's sending me one.
What color is he giving you?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know, but yeah, check that out. That'll be a video at some point. And then what was I going to say? You have a generator?
Yeah. So why doesn't someone send Johnny a generator? Forget a guitar. He doesn't need a guitar. He needs a generator. Send all food to me, and send some music demos to Paulie, and
Yeah, I mean, look at this. It's pitch black.
Jesus.
Oh no, my light broke.
Oh Jesus.
Now I got no light.
Yeah, send Johnny a flashlight.
I'm actually in the dark.
Oh boy.
Although my neighbor has a generator.
It's time to light the menorah. Hey Johnny, Hanukkah, we lighted the menorah. Just so you could see, Johnny. Wow. Johnny's next time you see Johnny on screen, he's gonna have a little candle on a little cup, right? And he's gonna have a night hat, and he's gonna have a long night shirt, And that's gonna be it. It's gonna be like a Scooby-Doo episode where they're tiptoeing through the haunted house.
All right.
Oh man. Live from the mine shaft.
All right, I gotta go. I gotta help hook up this other battery.
You heard him, guys. Johnny's in the dark, looking to hook up.
All right, rock on, you guys.
Rock on, everyone. Thank you. Be
Bye.
safe.